identity of the people, even dead people, can be established using their fingerprints. With the Ghana card, every Ghanaian, regardless of locations or status, whether rich or poor, now can be officially registered and recognized as a Ghanaian. Before this, it was possible for someone to be born, live and die in Ghana without ever being registered. Identity fraud, age cheating, football age, people cheating on their retirement age, fake birth certificates, fake passports will no longer be possible with the Ghana card. Today, because your Ghana card is linked to your bank account and your SIM card, people cannot just go and borrow money from the bank and disappear and appear with a new name as used to happen, and this led to higher interest rates. The Ghana card can also be used to travel from abroad into Ghana from 44,000 airports in the world. The Ghana card is a major element in many of the digitalization initiatives that we have. Also focused on monetary doing business and change the. Ladies and gentlemen, I was thankfully appointed as chairman of the economic management team. As a subcommittee to cabinet, we do not have any decision-making powers, but I am very proud of the quality of advice we have been providing over the years to cabinet. As vice president, I was asked by the president to assist in solving some of the problems that were inhibiting the transformation of Ghana's economy. My approach was to help formalize the economy through digitalization, as stated in our 2016 manifesto. This is why my office has had oversight responsibility for many of the government's digitalization projects. We can only build a vibrant nation if we have strong systems and institutions that work. Very soon, artificial intelligence will transform the world. How are we preparing Ghana for this new phenomenon? I will now come to how we are using digitalization to transform the economy and preparing our society to be competitive as Africa is busily becoming the largest single market in the world with its 1.4 billion people. Ladies and gentlemen, a major problem that we had as a country was the absence of a unique identity for citizens and residents. With oversight from my office, the National Identification Authority moved very quickly with the issuance of the biometric national ID cards, the Ghana card, to the population. The Ghana card project was initiated by President Kufuor. So far, some 17 million people have been enrolled on the Ghana card by the NIA. I would like to note that between 2007 and 2016, only 900,000 Ghana cards were issued. With the Ghana card, the identity of the people, even dead people, can be established using their fingerprints. With the Ghana card, every Ghanaian, regardless of locations or status, whether rich or poor, now can be officially registered and recognized as a Ghanaian. Before this, it was possible for someone to be born, live and die in Ghana without ever being registered. Identity fraud, age cheating, football age, people cheating on their retirement age, fake birth certificates, longer be possible with the Ghana card. Today, because your Ghana card is linked to your bank account and your SIM card, people cannot just go and borrow money from the bank and disappear and appear with a new name as used to happen. And this led to higher interest rates. The Ghana card can also be used to travel from abroad into Ghana from 44,000 airports in the world. The Ghana card is a major element in many of the digitalization initiatives that we are undertaking. That is why its successful implementation has been so important to me. Ladies and gentlemen, to solve the problem of a lack of a working address system in Ghana, with oversight from my office, we have leveraged on GPS technology to implement a digital address system for Ghana, capturing every square inch of land or water in Ghana. Today, every property in Ghana has a unique digital address, along with street names and house numbers. And finding directions to any location is now very easy.
Voices ne de doso pa ewapa na yebehwe ne yebiebiem yebobo ne ntiatia se de beya yebetimi anya eye omuso mba be kasafa communicators ane political scientists omo comment any political opinion leaders omo comment ana omo voices omode aba ewo ensem we hu na we na oko online yendi kan fa credit ema various websites news agencies no you don't want to say because most of the voices we pick from there and most of the news we pick from the site City FM, Joy FM, Peace FM, all the online news agencies you don't want to graphic whatever Nina, you don't mean say why it doesn't mean say your first story cry doesn't mean say yeah US in change. Just say you recognize we pick it from you guys, your Madaroma and yenya way. Now your first story when ebema penina or your political scientist lecturer at University of Ghana, Legon. And so they na no disem about betuja Dr. Kwame Asante. And Wakase. Ose Baumia used his speech to redeem himself. Dr. Asante, political science lecturer at University of Legon, Ghana. And they nano disem ababetuja. Na yanshas mokan. Ose a senior political science lecturer at the University of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Asante, has suggested that Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia tried to use his address to the nation to redeem his reputation. Not just say, as some opinion press or children say, Sir, Jumedia, Omampenya Bedia, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, Edi, 7th of February, Afiwema, Bosumi Wema, Neda Netosunson, 7th of February, 2024, Obeda Neniswadin, Editre Ghana for, Sir. The party the ruling national the ruling government New Patriotic Party MPP omo yine adenaye kandi for ama general election na eba December 7th 2024 se ono na indi party nanim either so be break 8 no or retain power amom anaso bebo no homode na afiwe mu kakrakra na aka no so betimi di obetimi ayebia onye nkan because omo ogide wonimu and was say okay on twenkra my election ni medru onum na niso ade hu a owo edema Ghana man and the rest of the world because as a president and as a man so unya kandini na we are there only a man afofro and a bedin sawo so said the bear o man impuntu ne ebekonanim asamo de betuja na watwe we mu na ena opanyina ono so ocherechirefo University of Ghana a lecturer so Dr. Kwame Asante so they abetuja say and some Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ekaye no ono de redeem no chese o de asane huti o hwe like ne dibia wo anase ne nipa bia ensem bia mre bia atwam ne reputation like ebuo so ati ase me de me kama asema is supposed to be this or say nsema papa ne keka ye nyina no or the be reading me no ho or the aba be reading no course and o kire mu say Dr. Muhammad Bawumia addressed the nation on 7th February to outline his plan and vision for the country and asked to be elected into office. Or say na papa abra or can ensem nyina no or they sanity or they like nibuo ni reputation or te ho no na nimonyam emfa meto to chacha no or so de to Ghana for him say because of ade we nti mommo modern na monhia money na abato ebetu momfa mame because me obi a mani so ade hu soronko se mo mame akwanya ama me maba be fa konwa ya hwe meye no ma o se ensema papa ne kan ye nyina no o kan se de be ya o de be san ono ane ho ene niti na abran semchofo ne na twetwe nkomo no se no kan no.
Say good evening to you and then your listener as well as my colleague and friend Dr. Amache.
Well, this is good
to Bawumia. What is let me say good evening to you and then your listener as well as my colleague and friend Dr. Amache.
Well, this is good
to Bawumia. What is said, there are a number of things you can glean from it. One is that is the last opportunity for him to redeem himself from all the things he has said about previous government, which are rearing their ugly heads in this government. So it's your last time to make bold statement about it, and then because people will continue to ask you, you talk about an improvement in the economy. Why are we where we are? You talk about the fact that you won't go to IMF, you are there. You talk about what? The ills of the economy and all that. We still have them. Another thing is that he wanted to do something about the advice. You remember that he said the economic management team is just an advisory body. He wanted to do something about the advice that they've given to the government. Government did not heed to it. I mean, you recall on your program, which Evans hosted, I said that, look, I was expecting him that when you give advice and it's not heeded to, all right, you vote with your feet. You leave the government. They say, no, that's not easy. But you realize that he was not happy, because if he was happy, he would not make that statement that, look, I will cancel e-levy. E-levy from day one, Dr. Bawumia didn't like it, and it came to pass. So obviously, if you get opportunity like this, you want to jettison it. Certain taxes they introduced, he described them as nuisance taxes, and he wanted to move the economy from taxation to production. These are things that are hanging as albatross around his neck, and he wanted to do away with them. The third point is that he has come face to face with the reality of on the ground. That look, all the good things that he said and ideas that he threw out, and all which did not work, the reality is that we are where we are, and some places we are even worse. What do you say? You need to be bold and say some of these things to give you a certain breather. Another point worth noting is that he wanted to change the narrative. Remember, we are getting closer to election, and if this narrative continues to stay within the public sphere, I'm afraid it's going to be the building blocks for campaign. So it was a kind of a face-saving measure so as to set the ground properly for elections, so that when the campaign starts, they can get some respite when they are talking about some of the issues. This is what I can glean from the statement that he made.
And
for trust, it's a difficult one for Ghanaians, because they have seen a situation where they promised them a lot of things, and they are seeing something to the contrary. People talk about the fact that the size of the government was too much for government to bear. They said results is what was important. Today he's proposing 50 ministers. What has he seen wrong with the 125, which the minister they moved to about 80 something, that he want to bring to 50? Is it the case that he has eaten a humble pie? All right. What is it that they have seen on nuisance taxes that they want to, even if he gets the opportunity and these laws, to quote him, certain laws remain in the book, such as the VAT, the emission tax remain in the book, he will clear them. It tells you that, look, public opinion is now weighing heavily on his mind and need to do something about it. In governance, public opinion is an important barometer to gauge the mood of voters and the citizenry at large. So if you want to shove it under the carpet, I'm afraid you have your fingers bent. The issue about what? People using cars, consuming fuel unnecessary, government officials and all that. He's talking about leasing of cars. Why is he going on that trajectory? He sees that, look, what people are talking about, there's a real sense in that. So there's a need to have what? A paradigm shift and the rest of them. So all these things put together are some of the things that Ghanaians will wait and see whether they will still believe him or not. Remember, we are still waiting for what the Sky Train, which never came. We are still waiting for the economy that should be moved away from Goggisberg to production. We are still where we are. Some of his colleagues, I mean, look at Canada, Japan, he's saying that 1D, 1F, that the government tells about so much.
Okay.
He doesn't see. He has moved around the 275 countries. There's somebody from his party.
Okay. All right.
All right. Firstly, is the issue of corruption. Look at all the things they've injected into the fight against corruption. Where are we? Where we are? 43%. Okay. 43, the score of 43, which we have maintained for about 3 years continuous. Remember, the closer you are to zero, the more corrupt your government is.
Okay,
the less than 50 score that you have, it means that there are corruption challenges.
Okay.
All these things are weighing heavily on the minds of Ghanaians, and that will inform their decision to either trust him or not.
We and omoko so abra on nsem chori na etwetwe nkomo a yode na no sem na no disem etudwa no na koso na panyini no busa na asem bi obusa na asem baako na asem na obusa no na o se da bi ontwen na oma eye another political lecturer baako no so eye KNUST embremu no so na adwene efa eye Dr. Muhammad Baumia eye nsem o de betu dwa ye 7th February Wednesday asem o de betu dwa no ono so adwene ye ne se na Dr. eye Amachi ono so ebie na no eka asem efa eye Dr. Muhammad Baumia ensem yo Amachi Boatin.
Let me say that I appreciate you having me and to also say good evening to your listeners. You know, on some occasions he did use the term we, in a way bringing in the government and attaching himself to the government. But those have to do with the areas that went well, the issues relating to digitization and how he has used it in various aspects of our governance system. But then on other areas too, you know, he sought to come out as someone who is going to, if you like, do things different. But there's one thing that was completely missing, the current state of the economy. Because the picture he created by his contribution should be putting money into people's pocket, should not have sent Ghana to the IMF and the World Bank. So at the end of the day, his contribution has not affected Ghana's economy as significant as we expected. And over there, he didn't relate to it at all. Neither did he, you know, in any way attach himself to that, what we will call mess. They sought to blame everything on external shock. COVID-19, Russia, Ukraine. The irony is that Russia, Ukraine continue to feed the world in the areas of food. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia acknowledged that one of the challenges adding to the high cost of living is food. And I'm surprised he mentioned that, because Ghana should be doing better than Russia and Ukraine. So if Russia and Ukraine, in the midst of the conflict affecting the world significantly, are themselves the major producers of food, then it becomes an indictment on him and his government.
Wait, dear papa, all Kenyan is said the Ocheche Mufaye na Jane Po efa Dr. Muhammad Baumia some of the two Jan. Ono de na dwen po no different. Our the two comparing to whatever air coso with the economy no. Ono na dwen po different. And a doctor Kwame asa so say. Ono de Dr. Muhammad Bawumia asem no keka ni nyina no. O de assign it because ni or share ni like ni reputation na ni monyam on pese fin bia be count on de ohoro ne nsa amobia unse ono ni gina bia ni stand ni eti de won se kosu bia no ono Dr. Muhammad Bawumia de nya sa na ope no but sa na eba no eti se unhu ne sa eno nche Dr. Muhammad Bawumia ni gina bia no no de na niso ade hu no different from whatever policies are going on in Ghana as at now. And Dr. Amache Boateng so say, fine. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia akeka nsem bebre. Ensem bebre okano. Onka hu se o hyehye nkrofo bone ne nkeka ho ne nsem kamu abra obo ntoa ene ade nyina no akeka nsem bebre. Na ne krakra mu kra no say or the Russia-Ukraine war and a justification for the reputation there. Okay. Obe redeem in itself for there. Okay. He should have in mind, sir, the Ukraine and the Russians are still feeding people. Even they are still in war zone. They are still feeding other countries. So whatever you that are not in part, direct, like being part of the war. But you are claiming, sir, you've been affected more than the one that Ononukra is at the war-torn zone but is still producing food. That's what Dr. Amache Boateng Epese Ochere said. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia should come again because people now all society Ononukra no. They are still producing. Eti onoso betimi abibi papa bia ebebrosa onoso adwere no. Emu ena ye MP NDC eye communicator your friend is Sami Jemfiso edina no disim say onoso ni view ni say so ohwe nsem a ekoso ohwe de ekoso otietie Dr. Muhammad the vice president ano disem ana ni trimupo ana na dwena ekuta ne say 2024 if he is elected as the president or the betu dwano or say we are totally wrong one. Secondly osaso a betrayer na ohuni say wo de obi aye adwuma bom wo ne boss na astate o boss be introduce you say we are the best economist ever adenti na breadru na ye de dwumade na chamonsa wantimi anya wo begina kasa wa yi ho asinchen na wo fa say no this thing me ba me twam I wasn't part na cha say o betray nana Adodankwa Ekufu Ado, the president. Yentie asama Jamfi editudra.
Then takes a decision. That decision binds the vice president. Then Bawumia should not even have agreed to be the running mate of. By agreeing to be the running mate of somebody and being on the same ticket of that person, it means that you are submitting to the vision and leadership of that person. His successes are your successes. His failures are your failures. This is simple. What can they understand about this? Because of electoral votes today, Bawumia wants to abandon Akufo-Addo, stigmatizing, ostracizing. Really? Really? Has he forgotten that it was Akufo-Addo who picked him from a place of oblivion and brought him into prominence? Has he forgotten what Akufo-Addo has done for him?
I mean, Sami
sole reason why he made him running mate was because he was a renowned economist who had the magic one to transform the economy. When Akufo-Addo was giving you credit in his 2018 SONA for transforming the economy, you were happy, applauding, smiling. Go and watch the video. Today the economy is in a state of comatose. So you want Akufo-Addo to take all the blame for the mess when you have the direct responsibility for managing the economy. The finance minister is under you. He's a member of the EN.
Did I just hear you defend the president, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo?
Not defend, no, but now Akufo-Addo is looking like a lonely old man. I'm just feeling pity for him. That this is the time that his vice president, who he entrusted with the management of the economy, has to stand by him and say, look, we take collective responsibility. We have failed. We could have done things better. We have failed. Now the vice president says, no. As for the credit, it is mine. But as for the blame, it is solely that of Akufo-Addo. Come on.
Where Sami Jemfi, a NDC communication officer, and I'm attending Canon also China say, per the OTA, the vice president, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, or share a summer or kana or betray the certain president, or no running mate to that presidency, or betray because there are certain things he's saying, which shows that he's not part, he's not been heard, and he's making sure that if he's elected as a president in 2024, he will do away with some of the policies that this ruling government the aba omo party ni man na say aba omanim or the government ni nyadwe na Sami Jemfi say he feels the president has been betrayed. Ena no echi ena nipo otutu na no busan say afede say the NDC muna mo be defend president Akufo-Addo ana ena say there be ofilisa papa no like what you say I say opanyina ono baby wanyina do oya ne mobompo se panyini say na woni nanante na afede uyi nama abre ese ka wota na chi abre ese ka wo original na Akufo-Addo achi no uyi nama eno odeba na wie ne emu ena MPP Nana Akomia ono so communication officer ye part of the vice president Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia team ono so ebaye eno obeyi ano yentie de Nana Akomia eso kafa asama Sami Jemfi any NDC for position ekayen
a pathetic political party. How they think that they can create a wedge between the vice president.
Hot. The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
A pathetic political party. How they think that they can create a wedge between the vice president and the president. It's funny. These are two very experienced politicians. How the NDC think they can create a wedge between them? I don't understand it.
Yeah, you say
what?
Right. The point is that
you were there at the presentation. The first 1.5 hours of his speech was used to tout the achievements of the government. He talked about the economy. He talked about the economy pre-COVID and the achievements in that time. He talked about the economy post-COVID and admitted the difficulties we are in now post-COVID. And he talked about the policies that have been done and the benefits that have started coming up. He spent 1.5 hours and then he did a long narration of the achievement, notwithstanding the difficulties, of the achievements of the government. The first 1.5 hours. So how can anybody say he's running away from the government? In any case, what we are facing now are difficulties that have come largely from external shock.
so that they
We are not in the inner workings of government decision making. But at least those of us outside, we know that Dr. Bawumia has proffered some vision. He talked about, at your own outfit, he talked about how he was not in favor of taxing digital payments. He talked about it at your own multimedia there. Why this? Even before Bawumia became flag bearer, you see, and this is something that you have to take. Even before he became flag bearer, then 10 people who competed for the NDC flag bearership. Did you hear the NDC talk about any of them? There are 10 of them. Did you hear the NDC talk about any of the 10? apart from Baumia.
Why are they particular about him?
So that shows you that there's already a fear.
You think he's their nemesis or something?
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, why would they be spending their resources out of 10? Why would you be spending your resources attacking and undermining one? Why would you do that? When you have a football team and all the defenders are attacking one person, you know that he's a danger man.
Exactly. So what next? What should we expect? He has said the ball rolling.
What you should expect is that after all this propaganda dies down, the ideas will come up. These things, they are just what do you call it? There's a term for it. Not very red herring. That's what I was. These are all red herring. They will die off. And the core of the man's presentation, the vision, will come up. The idea. My message is that the NDC attempts to create a wedge between President Akufo-Addo and Vice President Baumia by saying that Baumia has deserted Akufo-Addo, Baumia has ostracized Akufo-Addo, Baumia has betrayed Akufo-Addo, Baumia has taken himself out. They are all lies. Baumia has never said anywhere that he's not part of the government. Indeed, you just have to look at his speech. The first 1.5, which is the peak listening period, was on the work of the government. It will not wash. The call will come out after the propaganda dies down, and it will be a contest of ideas. And in that contest, John Mahama cannot win.
We nana komi ono so yakasama for edema Vice President Dr. Muhammadu Baumia and ono so de nano disem ababe tudwa se ensem NDC for ekeka nyina se wa wonim se suro no musuro eno mpese omo peja entoko anase misunderstanding between the Vice President and the sitting President Nana Addo. But all this propaganda, no, what they are saying that it won't wash. MPP for Kasama for ne say Enkosiaga na omo twan there wo bre propaganda need to be trapped, but when it gets to the grounds of real campaign ehonum ne yebehwe ehon ye the issues or say ehon ye the issues ye den sem ye mfa ye margin ye me say and I say we can say until I think like this or say it will be based on issues and realities e dia na why ye dia na mesomaye said Nana Kumia a kind to some be amfana agony Emma a year and somewhere Kokosono said Dr. Muhammad Baumia a desert a year the certain president or Nunko Akaso one vision into it means that there's something going on. Nemusuna Yanko Niankoshe and Chocho Kakranko for Chocho Diagu online. A year we see a Professor Jampo, and also dia or Debai, and also a lecturer at the University of Ghana. And also the Nadia Abba or a political science lecturer. And also the Nadia Abba or say sorry. Or say Baumia's address has vindicated critics of Akufo-Addo's government. Jampo. Yenshe dio or de twaso. Or say a political science lecturer at the University of Ghana, Professor Ranford Jampo, has stated that certain aspects of the address delivered by the New Patriotic Party's flag bearer have vindicated his critics. And maybe a chemna policies of the government. A bread day banier the way ba. And yet this Professor Jampo came out saying a lot of stuff and he thinks that the policies are not good for the nation at this moment. He feels they've introduced some policies it shouldn't have been introduced at all, because it's not at the right time. But the professor says that during that time, people think that he was against the government. But he says that now that the vice president has come out with his, intentions or his vision or his mission for the nation, has come in line with his, critique. You understand? Or say, Abba, and in Abba be sim pepe, or feel vindicated. Say and someone no okano. It's not just like Ota president, but you just say not the one huna or whom say enye. It be a vice president needs to speech of a part of them vindicating. Now or citing wahanum se met me a jump nearby or say jump in an interview Jampo, in an analysis of Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia's address on Wednesday, February 7, said part of the presentation was an indictment on the president, of which he is part. They said was this part of the presentation of President Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia presentation is an indictment on the sitting president or the ruling New Patriotic Party. That's how he feels. So Professor Jampo Edituja, or say in a manner that raises serious questions and vindicates those of us who have been critics of the government. He especially highlighted the contradiction inherent in the pleading not to have more than 50 a year ministers. It is a me both voice in the Dr. Muhammad Bawumia say, or no say, Oba as a president, the government, Oba make sure say on for more than 50 ministers. It is Professor Jampo say already or no wakasa this current year regime, and I said the New Patriotic Party government, the ministers in a dozen, the government appointees in a year too much. He says that he has already cited this. This kind of policy of the government. Say you taking much ministers and deputies. It waste money. It wasted resource. Even the vehicles, the car, fueling, it wasted the nation's resources. Eti Obadawa or cited say even or say Jampo pointed out. The flag bearers promised to abolish certain taxes, including the emission tax, gaming tax, e-levy, VAT on electricity. Osinina becomes part of a normal. He had been saying that it's not good for the nation at this point in time, that the government should look at different avenue of getting revenue to help the nation than or be put it tax on this. Because Dr. Muhammad Bawumia in his speech, Eka say Oba, sa noma ni nyina no, obetu sa ni nyina ase. Eti na ma Dr. Professor Jampo so, editu dwa say Dr. Muhammad Bawumia kaseya. Number one, indictment on the government, on the ruling party, governing body. Indictment on them was also fully vindicated because some time ago, wakasa se munya yenhwe bebia Dr. Muhammad Bawumia eka se oba 11 no obeye free honum
close to a cashless economy in the shortest possible time, quicken the pace of Ghana's move towards a cashless or near cashless society. To move towards a cashless economy, however, we have to encourage the population to use electronic channels of payment. To accomplish this, under my administration, there will be no taxes on digital payments. The e-levy will therefore be abolished.
Yes, auntie. Yentie, I know your e-levy, and yentie the ministers, or Kafa, who says, about Bekati ministers,
And the way our institutions function will lead to greater efficiency, cutting waste and ensuring value for money in procurement. The move towards private sector provision of many public services would create the fiscal space of at least 3% of GDP annually. This represents a major paradigm shift. Additionally, an efficient system of governance will require even fewer ministers. I would have, therefore, no more than 50 ministers and deputies.
I don't know Vice President Dr. Muhammad Bawumia Edia to justice wono na abamu no se moto abanema no 2024 oba onko more than 50 ministers with deputies. Mr. Munchon to onum yena yede man eno mubisa yese omba bediso amaye empanifo ayomo asi wonum me ba be frɛ atonsa afrɛ opposition no almost the omagina ba na mesa fre MPP ni so no ono so e de na adwene eso aba eti se ahyase no ye de toto kwam se de be ya ubenya the concept ana benya baby e pese headed towards eye no ma mienu Dr. Muhammad Bawumia de na no di se ma ba betudwa for afe a edi animu se if moye ne president a no obey e-levy free 15% of VAT na as at now ya holding on ya suspended but enya acquitted no ya suspended it ya suspended no or say or no there oba there will be no tax on electricity, there will be no tax on gaming, obekati ministers at their 250 no for deputies at the account but deputies no e hona yese mama adwene ko because deputies no wa ma number it is offer 50 ministers deputies no say no befa me frɛ NDC communicating officers ne bi na ye ne omadi nkomo e was ade ba ansana no yenhwɛ ensɛm a ekɔsoma mentonsa enhwɛ sɛ de eguso a ye kɔ ye nim no yenhwɛ sɛ yensa bɛka ye mpanifo na ye ne omatwetwe nkomo afa enoma ekɔ ene network no down kakra nti just in case enoma enko ya na modi ache ye guso toto no ma sɛ de be yensa bɛka ye both the ruling government any opposition parties no omo anodifo no omode aba ensema babe tudwa amaye de omodwene fa ho ugusu etie hot online digital radio abo dumi no pa meeti edunum pepepe mensaka opanyini eye Godwin Akugan a oye NDC kasamafo menene betwetwe nkomo afa eye de ekoso hello Mr. Akugan. Mr. Akugan. Godwin Akugan. Mr. Akugan, what you mean? A network ne e wo down kakra nti e ya na eja why funny.
I can't hear you.
What I mean can say?
Hello.
Mr. Akugan.
Hello, Mr. Olani breaky.
I think say a network ne wo down kakra. Metonka betimi akasa network ne wo down but ye de tonka.
Hot.
Mr. Akugan Pachotimenka.
Yeah, I'm talking about it.
Aha, me dan yankopo ase. Ya mo akwa ba de ma hot online digital radio so.
Aha, Pachoti my main question no.
Okay, my question is eye na wotwe mu na Vice President Dr. Yeah, Vice President Dr. Muhammad Bawumia de na no disem. Yeah. Vice President. Okay, my main try obiem. Yeguso a ye frɛ sɛ yensabek.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Hot.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Atiefo na mo de ache line at said MD come that is why I couldn't read a lot of story from online because the line is very down, even the Wi-Fi is very down. It may bomb home what they say may na men sabeke kanoma it all read the crowd na freeze it, you can't push it up and nothing is like Etiana mo de ache me gusu afre yes Mr. Godwin Akugan said your beba so ye NDC communication officer na yena Mr. Akugan otemenka
Yeah, I'm talking.
Oh good yenya a quick one na me pese mebusa wadwene fa eye vice president Dr. Muhammad Bawumia ensema wo de betu dwa ye ne 70 points our de betu dwa say eno ne nani so ade hunu for the year ahead this year and the year ahead. If I say meji wadwene ifri ho.
You made us na mechia with your phone in so. Yeah, first of all, no answer na obi edi nisho or adi hunu about beto abonteno. Na owo GDB ewo near waye eneho. It will be very unfair say yebe share the Bawumia eso oba obeba beye. Na yeja enne die atoho.
Hot!
But no credit. So also hello.
Yeah, who also?
So also enema Bawumia no ankasa no wenya GDB say na nado dan kwakufu ado na memu no nkoyie because edikai uye obi a osua edwuma ewo obi enase na se wo gidie se edwuma no wo hia ne yie na se edwuma no ne obedikan aka ne se me hia edwuma ewo me master asumesi enase na se mo hwe na edwuma papa a oye ya na me so me hia edwuma ewo ne hode a na kese de memede ba no de eye strong kokora. That was something that we all expected. Say yebete free His Excellency Bawumia ano. But imum bejane efa enema nanka MPP ebe to be ejina so ediaye campaign ejina so akase 8 years and as I said 3 years a bodema ye yaba be sum Ghana na ye wogidie se ya sum yi ntimo meto aso anase mo nto ameso ema me nkomenu. But sema okay inayen sema oldani free on one kasa ni master ni achievement ebi den ebi ni say all culture Ghana for say ono de for the past 7 years ye remu 8 years na oye mix na otufu a yentie because so okase the role as a vice president eye advisory a na part omoye efutufu na se moye efutufu na went to me and step down went to me and resign went to me and mabonten ameka say edwuma na mode ame no obi sebe ne pese minkumenya anase obi na dream boni bi ntino sebe edwuma no se ne pese ye no yentumi anya ne sante bia ma resign anase me de medwuma ato ho.
It's for line no asakate meguso na mafre na yahwe ya na mode ache kakra. Though sometimes when the network is like this now utie radio ya na hardware kakra but monfa nche meguso abomoden ama mensaka na ne ye de aba said the assembly sometimes ya na network ninti na mode ache kakra utie hot online digital radio abodume no pa meet eduonu miensa 23 minutes after 12 you're still on weekend news review ewo hot medin de na nasapon meguso se mensabe kan back na yedne na twetwe nkomo na yehu babia yede enoma besi yeguso a ye frɛ eti se utia naija ode arch.
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Gordon Akugan. Gordon Akugan, what to make her? Yente Haruna Idrisu so aka assembly fa vice president Dr. Muhammad Bawumia and also the Haruna Idrisu aka fan from the NDC.
Ever reshuffles. Then probably is you.
Hello. Oh, they call you the film. Hello. Mr. Akuga Otemenka. Okay, for mommy yembo voices kakani and try see binyan mefre a year yanchadi a year Vice President Dr. Muhammad Bawumia or Kafa a year passport office on a modern bar buy so wabo or passport office. Na marenfi a year honorable Alan Chematin Kojo Chematin eso na wochinimu and son on only the Kakasai and son of Vice President Dr. Muhammad Bawumia did not know this ebetudja. Now a year Mr. and Nasa honorable Alan Chematin so den sembia tuja or say ono de nkobenya na nkomano manifesto semna party manifesto na we manifesto no de nkobenya ekayenya no ekayenya na national plan yenya na national plan yenya nkuta omano say ye plan ya agenda ni this is national agenda na nkayenya na focus on it say eye party A na beba party B na beba party F na beba party C party E the nation Ghana no should have a national agenda that will be pushed by whoever is ready to manage the country's affairs. So yebenya sadie no yebe koswa our this kind of situation they will say ye never come to one accord to come to understand say we need a transformational agenda. Party manifesto, this is my party and this is my vision. No, it's supposed to be the national vision. Now honorable John Kojo Alan Chematin I say Alan Chematin called for non-partisan national development plan. Also Nedia or the Tuja Neno Watunidin GTP. Great transformational plan. And what they have to just say if we as a Ghanaian, if we focus on this, the country will be okay and we will be happy. And we won't be walking around blaming anybody because there's a plan to follow. Whoever comes, you have no choice than to follow the national agenda. The leader of the movement for change, Alan Chematin, has said it is important to adopt a comprehensive and non-partisan national development plan rather than mere party manifesto. In his view, that will genuinely address the needs of Ghanaians. Said the papa ne cannot say she. My entrat na honum. Na de bia ni aye NDC ni MPP ni asma CD ni we ni new force ni movement ni na de bia ye sorry a me na me manifesto me chiro mu Messi die 4 Messi die 5 may say or say there be it shouldn't be that. It's about time the nation Ghana no needs a national agenda for the nation. Nedaho is a plan like abuche wa na plan da honum whether we whatever Democrat we Republican we conservative we Labor we whoever now when you come and follow social you Obama housing Obama your friends say child benefit Odebema. It's a national agenda. This is where we are heading towards. And on a papa ne can say ono de ne de no wa manedi or say in the midst of an economic crisis Mr. Chematin said Ghana needs competent individuals without political affiliate to contribute ideas and policies to transform the country. Eti ebrewe muno ene bra say eka Ghana in Kenya ne partisan politics say what is obi kasa who NDC who MPP ya sure kasa mo wasi we should put away all these things yemfa sa no mo we nyina yentontwene baby na nke yema ye focus no enko se obi a wo nim nyansa bia na sa adwene wo trim te se nipa da sani bia no a Nyankopon boye no obi anu a oyeti bonko so wo wiase once aye nipa ne de wo nyansa tin kampanifo anke yi omu o Ghana ye ji omu di lecturers ne political activists ne economic expert yemfo mu nyina mebom where the country is falling short. We should bring these guys and these men or these honorables together for them to come in one accord, bring big ideas, small ideas, minimum ideas, medium ideas, tall ideas to project the vision of the nation. Or say this is the time. We shouldn't be sitting down and say, I am the MPP, I am whatever. Or say if we are able to do this, we won't go to the IMF, we won't go to any place, Eurobond, whatever, bilateral, whatever. We will never go there if we have to come together because Ghana, our men no, to do this. But why are we wasting our time going out there, seeking for loans, grants, bailouts, and others? Honorable Alan Kojo Chematin eso adwena odebaye no say ye make sure say ye nyina ye yi politics bibia na otis obi ka so radio so kra we ye MPP ni we ye NDC ni or favor we mu or say we should put those things aside na ye focus on say if possible ye nyina ye mra into one accord na ye projected the vision of Ghana ye nya one agenda, national agenda to promote. If we are able to come out with national agenda, it will be far better than your current situation. Honorable John Alan Kojo Chematin so edia odia betuja eti sa ne economic summit or the tuja ye na wotwe a etwa no. What this a GTP, great transformational plans. Na yemfa emboa omano ema omano so ensori ngira ne naso na yabreye yempenifo abebiko ye aduru yeso no so ede ene ebe eti ebetan ne aye MPP NDC sa na krono akone sa na etwam ko na fofraba sa ne ebe anase ebe movie from the partisan politics to become one people and let our focus be on the nation Ghana, and it will no more be the manifesto, my manifesto, your manifesto. Honorable John Alan Kojo Chematin, eso die nana. Na emua so na eye President Mahama so e dia betu dwa say development bebre honoma ono ene yeye. Nenso ene MPP baby ombegina bia omo na efa credit MPP drew baby a omo kakra project no they don't relate ni din to it omo mwandi simpodin emfa nka ho na MPP have take bibia say they are the ones omo yeye no de na no this etudwa efa nsem bebre ho yentie bi.
Mahama left a mess. We came and repaired your mess. Before I left office, the IMF said that Ghana's economy was going to grow by 8%. And it grew by 8% and more in 2017. And in 2018, it dropped. When their own policies started kicking in, you look at the GDP growth rate. From the high of 8% that they inherited from me, the next year it went to 6 point something, 5 point something, until when COVID hit, it went to 0. So that myth about you left us a mess. When you came into office, the Kufuor Eurobond was left with 270 million to pay. Where did you get that money to pay? Mahama left it in the sinking fund because I knew that debt was coming up. That was visionary. Because I knew that if a new government came, it was going to be difficult to find 270 million at once to pay off the Kufuor Eurobond. So we left it in the sinking fund. They came and met it. In October, they just took it and paid the Eurobond. And after that, they didn't put any money in the sinking fund again. That's why when COVID hit, we had no money to defend ourselves. I set up the stabilization fund. When COVID hit, they didn't know where to find money. We told them, go and look in the stabilization fund. I left money in there. Went and took 300 million, from the stabilization fund. I set up the Ghana Investment Infrastructure Fund, the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. And I put $270 million seed money in that fund. Today, that's what you are using to build your Agenda 111 hospitals. So how can I have left you a mess? They are good at propaganda. And so they just keep repeating something. Oh, we came and met your mess. We came and met your mess.
Hot!
In 2016, for the first time in Ghana's history, we ran the government budget without taking one CD from the Bank of Ghana. Zero borrowing from Central Bank. You in 2021, 42 billion, you made Central Bank print for you. The following year, 2022, 35 billion, you made Central Bank print for you. And that is why today, Central Bank is broke. Because it made a loss of more than 60 billion cedis. When I was president, Central Bank made a profit of more than 1 billion cedis. And so that propaganda must stop once and for all. You didn't inherit a mess. You inherited an economy that was doing well. It is you, by your mismanagement, your clueless finance minister, and your clueless head of economic management team, who now wants to run away from economic issues to become the champion of digitalization.
Former President John Dramani Mahama and Motene Nkana no so de adia so on any party say as at now a lot of projects are within the regime went me unfinished projects are of free abiding more 2017 the current government, the ruling New Patriotic Party government, Nana Akufo-Addo and Mr. Bawumia, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, ebe continue. They are not even giving him credit, but they keep saying, "Say, or no na be cause mess." Ewo kronim. Amane anwochre enemu. When it come to the good side, a project one no be a year now be start na. They say they did it, but they don't say former President Mahama started it and we came to finish it. Sometimes he feels that ye chantro guneswa any see chasa antro ne guneso. Na edru mra Oma be say economy no ya oma na potopoto omusu ebrewe from 2017 to 2024 MPP government as say economy na ya na potono. They are still blaming him, the former president, even to extent of the vice president running away from the economy. He was given like credentials of he has been given credentials of being the best economist, expert. But now, when you mention his name, they are not more attributing the best or expert economist to his name anymore. But now it has been changed to digital man, digitalization. Sano Mampenyi Dada Mahama editudra. Migusu try a year. Akugan Gordon Akugan Samen Sanyana Yadenebeto said MD lines no NAD shambo, but ye gusu try because person busan one or two things be ansana wako. Because sometimes a yana a TF4 it says that me kind messages abegu me phone no question me fair Akugana Ekrofasha say okay ya lucky ni nyina eba Ekrofasha say Busanwe, or no, as he say, almost so uncovered. Hey, we should say aha obeka no kre no atitrufo say nkrofo tie atitrufo etie almost say busa no way ye be busa no de nya abotre mommo mpa na ne line intom etoma
The news, the interviews, and what have you, all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Friends, you try yanya Akugan, Gordon Akugan wa humani subem. Mr. Akugan, pa chote menka. Oh, okay. Me pa chote wasu every baby ya wanusi yen.
Ehina manusi ya kura because
na
oka say nyina na man from Munti. I don't know when you cut off.
Oh, now, Kase, Baumia ntimi nyinu free whatever mesa akoso because we are part and parcel of the government.
Okay, then I'm say let's continue from there because obi ujina simpie so say yenhwe wonim yenhwe odwuma pa na yento aba emawo na say openi a sebe tu anamon penifo se yenam bienu esuma yenam bienu na ehwe na so abigina simpie so se yemfa sobo nyina emmo o driver but wo mate de yenyo enfree mu a sebe na akoye na kakra because abra na nado eba beyi wo no yet nsema okafa also because unim economics because ono de oye lawyer enti opromoso ebia na wedi ni hwam ho enti wona oye nimdie ni a wahwe wonim waye adwuma wo Bank of Ghana da wogili se sika no wo ho enti uka sa semi nyina wie na beyi upeni ema na chese gidie a esese enya wo mukura no na gidie no ebeto sin kakra eto so mienu so no baomia eye age ono kwan bi amane ho se eba nukredi a baomia ugini dia enye ye because ohwe ensema okaye efa ni achievement ehwo a edikan wankasa works say eye drone anase medical drone a ye use sesia no wona odi enim ekoye negotiation ema sa drone no yensa ekaye se uwo sa gidie no se wona akoye sa negotiation no ema yensa kaye dia eye den ena oka se ya ma okwan ama wanye adwuma because before you are able to reach this feat no na chese opinion no ewo gidie bi ewo mu a odi tumi bi abaw se fa ye adwuma se ohwe the achievement of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo meme ye sure say ye nyi otwe enyi adoa mo dwuma mo diye no eno na Ghana fo ye hwe na ye de ato amoso President Akufo
okay
baye yes President Akufo baye no ni achievements and MPP edi e campaign me boa President Akufo baye do NHIS ye use no eneno it is not the same friends NHIS President Akufo baye however ye nyina ye credit mo say at least President Akufo abreso and sa NHIS no enya the expansion that it needed though na enye national no na ye mutual no President Mills ye no national however mujina so de ka say Akufo de free maternity aba Akufo de free fairness national health insurance aba kufo the way aba eye den na obi a mo aba betena ekonwa so a moaduru emfie nwotwe Ghana asan so ama mo akwenya se ye pese ma mo akwenya po a monka eniema mo ba ye mo be ye ya na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na juma a obeye and no ena mode eyemo achievement say you are even stealing the projects that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the fact to say obi aye juma na say wenwie na wo eba beto aso and say that project remains your project. Fiber optic cable His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and ne una also now the fiber optic cable telephone ye use po His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Rollins Abreso no communication minister and as communication yes can be a Ghana na say ube sorry never catch say una odiaba na say sebe ye judia enye
Mr. Akuga, okay, we are. What are Koso?
Hello.
Yeah, me too. Koso, we are maybe baby.
Okay, my question no Emra.
Mr. Akuga,
of course be baby.
Me unjindi say, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia try to be more, patriotic. Like, or ye partisan politics a free the real state of the nation. Anyhow, we'll see do man no. And yes, I will betray the boss.
Sir, or say on yet partisan and you uncle independent.
But you can when you need to obey me, a general party, but still being I be honest with the people of Ghana.
Where the honest no ehina ewo. Menim de okaya uhu honesty be ewom.
Now, Mimi Busa say if the wakano, let's assume Mimi taking it out of being a politician. And America say, okay, now the NDC say we betray on one party, and now we betray the boss, we betray the president, on one a party and the presidency. Okay, now no, and America Busa say, okay, let's assume say. Instead of you considering say we betray Nana Akufo-Addo and the people of the New Patriotic Party now, adene you say Abia he's been more patriotic than being partisan politics.
Sanka Sapua anka yemubi yenibeje because entisa.
Okay.
Sebe uti efidie yimu.
Hot.
Ehyen eko. Unim se bebi ehyen ekoi emwa. Ti say woka kire me say oba obeyi e-levy efri ho. E-levy ene yeje. Yente wano kasa ewo ho. But upon friends upon kroma amayati ase say krata ye de e-levy nyina wona wo hyehye. Ene we you ho afrim ababegina bonten say wo de e-levy no onfo aso. Inti ena wo onfo aso no ede na wo ka kire Ghana fo. Wo de no ka ho a na ya access say wo ye patriotic and as wo nye patriotic because won to me kan kire me say me kiri koku enso me di ne ma wo di ne ma dia na kire say won kiri koku no wo ka ho bi na ye duru bebi a ye duri but I say ope bibi efiri yentem no eno no akoko gina abonten say yemfa fomso no emma obi na memfa sanfomso no emma wo yeti asiesa openyini enye yie bisa ho say aden na dwumedie a ente say oba beye no finance minister eni hobi wo president Nana Rudankwa Akufo-Addo so no ni ase anka ne pepe mu a anka mu yesa program no nanka ene nyankopon friends broni adaroma zoom ewo ho nanka yate president say o dwumadie bi a ehu hia oman Ghana enu nti na wentumi amma ha nanso so ensem wei na opese oka efa Mahmudu Bawumia eho ene your technological age wo na so uba bepia your friend say digitalization intanka mofa digitalization enye adwuma na nke yente na Nana Danko Kufa ado asema o kafa wankasa ho e
hot
for network na sa shasi bi
no rem kakra nti for me there it is not about he being patriotic or anything like that.
Me pa talk consummate I me tonka after the line asaba back into Ethiopia.
Intina mi bisa say den na nanado oma manankasa den na finance minister so one program na say ono to so one kasa na patch say dwumadi na nkasa no party na nkasa emu ache. Okay. And that should be their worry.
Okay. Hey good baby what ma be ray. Baby adma be ray.
O ka say oba ola no de emu akakra o.
Yeah.
Emu.
Sorry. Baby odi abesi unyini say even waka say omo enkofo side of the party be ama eti unyini say ebia okay ono na eyi ni won si was okay now ebia because of mimi opinion am dey conti certain number of people and I say some part of the party are not in line with me. Okay, then this is the time for me to spay out the beans. Eti mekanokre now then I become more patriotic than be partisan politics. So oka say nana na Akufo-Addo ni o finance minister enkofo agidi so eso mota na chi ni wonoma unyini say bia this is the time bia Bawumia Dr. Muhammad Bawumia anya bra o de age ne ho free like chain bi ma ono apese o ye de e woda na koma so ma Ghanaians
agrobeso ampeni for safe anopa
hot
agrobeso a anopa. There's no way ene baby a owono obeka say many way enya dwene many way enya dwene. Remember a typical example. Abraham Rawlings president oni konkensen aka ena etu franka ebedru baby no na aka running mate ema president Akufo because na ye say wenya ebusuankuo bi a obetumi ada wo maka hro mo say oh ensema enema Rawlings na de no adebone. He was able to come out and even speak against Rawlings aben Onekufo ko elections onya saying the best thing that he could have done and they say anka aka ebe step down nanko aka say adiewe emwaye na as far as otimu bi na yene no na ebu man no de untumi ma bontin da emeka say ne ekoso no mempe anase miyimi hu efrim na boso me so a wakwa kogi pay na yetua oka uwi a ose me kama dwene ewo party mu. I don't know how you see it anyway, but for me, once you are part of a system that is failing, no,
Dr. Muhammad Bawumia say oba 11 obetwam na VAT so da electricity so obetwitwa sa no manem nyina ena osaso kan no baby say free SHS no obe ye like Osha according to no be upgrading no obe improving no Osha sanse miensa we a odwene ho say
enter make us say MPP no credit friend no credit you must have a heart to agree with them. After a year called 2020 elections, make I say, Excellency John Dramani Mahama can say, Nyamiya na dom na so nyas akwenya na obe review free SHS no. Edian Omokacha yen. Omokacha say review means cancellation. Inti ene review no. What does it mean to them? Review no still a cancellation ana. Into inconsistencies. Let us say, first of all, no, they are now admitting say abaye no enye. If you admit to say abaye no enya, it should be the first thing that you say enye nti no ye ba be ye ni ye ni ebisa wo contribution a wo ye nti a anra ni ye anase you prove say wo ba bibi papa bi ebe free mo aba. Until then wo ka che me na say wo ba wo be yi eto free electricity so wo be yi eto free your friend is saying mobile money who send this car ye bo krono His Excellency Don Dramani Mahama offering no daylight robbery enti adie mo ye ne mo sumo party e na mo pese eba power. So why don't you sit down and say ye mba Ghana fo enwu na emum ye yi adie we efiri ho enne then next say to aba e de mawa obetumi ejisa tax no efiri ho because obekaya COVID emreso ye jeje ye to ye nanado ehye ye boss obema ye free water, free electricity and all that. Yes so ye de enijie ekoto aba e de ma no omo wini wie no maka kire ye nse na ye ji nsuo free ye ji nkane free no na nka hwan na expect say obetua somebody must pay for it enu nti no omo de eye eto e de ama yen etua nti eba ne sen e na mo dada ese mo ma e bibi free e na later mo be ma ye ho bill then nature say abatuo yi ebe yi hot enye sa kwaku ananse ne story ya mo ka kire na anu yi e na mo san so e de bio abre yen. What is your guarantee? Because my be paying. And those who trust Baumia promises in there, they do so at their own risk and at their own peril.
Akugan ode wano eba na wie ekra na ne kwakra mu de na oka e de a kire eye etiefo ene abato enche bia de ba be so December yi mo be start campaign various campaign around the country e de na oka kire amwa yitimi to aba a etie wo sesei
medical under Ghana for us because me dey be ogidie say Ghana for omo ye decision a omo nto enfom Ghana ni bia enim ade nti a auto aba President Kofo eka say okwakoto aba ohwe wasitinem ana ode ekoto aba no enti maka we nyina ewie no we will also admit say Baumia ensema ode beto abontin wo hwa na so tie ni ya otumu say 24-hour economy ya John Dramani Mahama a promise say oba obema economy no ebumi ama yetumi aye ejuma 24 hours na sebe ya increase productivity na yetumi ate ekom a ekuyen ewo man Ghana ho assembly no all can be no he was trying to address the issue of the 24-hour economy and no ema who say 24-hour economy no abo MPP for ehu because there's nothing better than a 24-hour economy. Looking at the state of Ghana today, you bet me a 24-hour economy ya. Nature say, ye nyina no yebeka yensa yebeka yentuma aboho na yato aba ediama His Excellency John Mahama. With the mindset say, ye bet me ebie ejuma ama timemufo enya ejuma ni bi aye. Na ye bie ejuma ama sebe enyema ye de yɛkra free amanone eba Ghana no na eno so etumi aba form, then we'll be able to beat our production. Ghana ye agrarian economy. Chese kuyaye eye bibia ye nananom edija yen. They betumi I increase production at that area. Sebe ekom end yen etosu mienu so no emebunu ebenya ejuma aye. Na yetumi enye bi so ede akọ amanone na ene ye koko a ye de eni ato so a sebe koko ne so no production no eba from because galam si amankrofo etwitwa omkoko gu ena de no also have other economic benefits ye de ye no ba no ebekọ amanone ama yetumi enya foreign exchange ena de enti in the nutshell no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edi bibi fufuro bi eba yemmoano yenka yentuma emmoano na yentumi eni ejuma no ema Ghana for medemano besia
Medasepa Mr. Gordon Akugan of the National Democratic Congress NDC na motene nkano yedana so abecheche nsemu Mr. Akugan yedawasepa
me drive
Okay, ye gususu ebomode say ebenya other side ye New Patriotic Party ye empenifo ni bina ye ne omo akasa said ye enhyehyeye ne sitie ne abuso omo se omo so adwene ne say efa enoma akoso ye na watwem ye Vice President ye Dr. Muhammad Bawumia anodi sema ode ebetuja ebetuja no say enomo so wakafa ho. So what you say? And no any year boss messages no there. I feel a network need to me. Hey, about easy. Hello. Eja. Asa start TV ma me gusu aneja. Network ni gusu yenti. Me gusu efre opinion bempe said e be ono so de na no disem ebeba. Na yehundie koso utie hot online digital radio a weekend news review major news making headlines in our dailies na utie ewo ahanum. Hello Mr. Bempe Otemenka. Oh good. Yeah, that's say yensa kan we na oh so uba be church nsema. Mr. Bempe quick one. Akaka krabni ebie phone lines na ma etiefo na omabem quick one His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Muhammad Bawumia anodi sema de betudwa 7th of February this month ede na work afa
mama mention with you good afternoon that's it any phone call and somebody But I'm talking to His Excellency, the about 70-point plan, some Papa Jayatri. The 70-point plan has never been presented to Ghana for 10 years. His Excellency, representing, a bit in name of the one, a bit sees that. So, baby, I'll say, we create Artificial Intelligence Hub or Ghana within Africa. No? And that is the future. So we have everything from point 1, 2, 3 up to point 70. Your name is still Abruchiri. And I say, we're excited and we should be excited because finally, no, Yenya Onipabia, Obitna Swa, Najinu, any Ajun Yepe. Onipabia, the end effect. Unipa development, Ehiano, Unipa or Dream youth in particular. The name of kind of be no.
Okay.
You say Benoit Saturday compare a big criticize it. But let me make this clear. We cannot compare that 70-point plan of His Excellency Dr. Bawumia to any other vision our Ghana at this current moment. A lot of the companies that are stamped with authority, TUC, Trade Union Congress, no more arguments, no more negotiations, no more very strategic people. Remember, my thumbs up. There are other groups that comes up to the 70-point plan. So that plan with the a vision of the Muda who ye a Magana far. And you are Ghana now see me if you now NBC. Now the NBC agenda one day by saying so no which fan chain, no much funny about it. So much NBC has never had a policy. They be a policy bar. No more Yakaka, no one done in Kaka, no more Yanaka, no more done in Kaka. Some of you are free in high school. Almost say Omudia. Up 24-hour economy, almost say Omudia. Yes, now more economy now more did job one eye in Ghana for the same one. Someone's been running. And now for Muslim running 24 hours. A division bank and I'm the back.
Mr. Bempe.
His Excellency. Say on your bar, but here's your market in Kitty. I be being Mr.
Bempe.
We are thinking about the future of Ghana.
Mr. Bempe.
Obi or what starvation, no? It was Ghana for Uniflu.
Mr. Bempe, na me busa bibiafa His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Bawumia recent the policies 70 points or the maya you know about say if ye elected as a president in 2025 and no be issue Ghana but the same person so we are the vice president of the ruling New Patriotic Party government now. Adentina sa planner or ni nyina want me anya ni say na krono according to other opinion leaders no mo say anwochere aye bebre. Adentina vice president if you claim say you have all these visions and as wo sa botaye we ya ebeboa ma obi asomadwena adena dada wonye now say ento abama wansan wae.
And I say over here is just a speech now all kasa no Udi kanka nema challenges are buying a home, and in the Omaya found, and in the no, you're very instrumental in making sure say every part. And then when we African involvement, the the drones in particular, African wants them and many more. And what he can state the position and in his contribution as a vice president. Now we're vice president, we are deputy movie, we are second in charge. We don't know our final authority. If you are not there's not much you can do. If you know can say, some are not yet to know. Miami dear, but the Abuana Nado. They say, Mr. Mechia, Mavea, Via, Minima Jumanum, Mumfa to many mamma, and I say, me mamu who's standing here, Ghana makes me a 2 of the cackle. And then it's 70 point planning.
Okay.
Me and deputy to me boss. Not the dear Mayabiano, girls they approve. Come on, deputy communication director to the for my chairman and say, the Biana is an answer, authority and Panama. The very direct I don't need authority to be a chairman and I'm going to discuss it. I'll be the government team. If when you are the decision maker, the final authority, I am very, very different from when you are in the position. Now, so, okay, I'm trying to for time. He said the same thing. And he's the second driver for a while. He has the main driver. Come on, a second driver, no. You man no person I didn't do anything. The man the main driver, you know obey and you do it. It is a compare the two visions to crowd as a again to do up on there. It's simply comparable. So he ended the two. I see no crowd focusing on moving forward. The future is about artificial intelligence. The future is about creating jobs for the youth. The future is about training the youth, creating a free high school system in a different form, making sure quality education is improving, making sure that we are reforming our constitution and our tax laws.
Mr. Bempe. Mr. Bempe. Mr. Bempe.
We've never seen that before.
Mr. Bempe. Epachona Okasa, he's just a mate to somebody, any superior, right? Okay. There's a encophobia, you bet me do my susu say, oh no, boss, yeah, Juma. Now you truly say, if you love the job that you are doing, or if you love the people that you are serving, now say, when him said, this is what will help the people. Me, to me, once you are some may serve you more. Now, o come papa nature boss and that boss, and they say, oh, yeah, I didn't know how resign.
I think the question I will come in there is drink that man. Hot. Let me hear Juma. I mean, me abwa. Nipa me wo kronu na Juma no. Now my recommendation and my boss for one side or say another company and no soon to be able to make my Juma no. Now say Juma no me die ana me kwa. So who go na baba ye. Nipa na yo baba na me Juma no say no. And as nipa baba na me 25% no. And it will be a missed opportunity. And I want to say, there have been many cases in politics, both internationally and locally. Government, committees of inquiry, recommendations. It's up to the minds of the power. There are many cases in business. Employ people, experts, to come and carry out a feasibility study, to come and carry out some kind of study. We high recommendation, number management. It's up to management whether they take it or not. And the end of the year, can say, what recommended be the unfair so resign. As happened, you're creating a bigger hole. And you may know the first time vice president and resign was so. I was woman is 2 years. Now 2 years would imagine on some. Let's not put the Ghana for Ghana wasn't to be a president, a Dolphin. I will start negotiating to institute a constitutional reform.
So which means, on my advice, by President Nanti, per the okay, it means, on my advice, but the presidency, anti, right?
No.
Yes.
So, 11 and some executive council about 11 ritual. The Bia one memory. I'm on the 11 Liban. It made it clear, send on your police, or CHN, we didn't have to do the 11 because we didn't act in the pool. Unfortunately, it is not the only person that will make the decision. There are other people in the room. I need to come to voting now. You're voting out. It may be 1 or 2 people that would have rejected it, and the majority have said yes.
Or you're number 2. Or you're number 2 of the nation.
And always, you know very well. So when it comes to political decision making, and you go back to they make it our political decision making. Sometimes I know through democratic voting, or quiet voting, or silent voting, or secret ballots, and as open ballots. And it's excellent in Center 1 3 11. One they were tuning for advice. But that is the skills and the character of a man. So when young he doesn't behave like a child, or throw tantrums, or throw the toys out of the pram. Say, man, they are make up. Baby,
Mr. Bimpe, my mema typical example of the okay. On se kromo ayewoi. Openyina no oye chancellor maybe atwam. I ne wono ne di oman so. Na aban ono ani wo mu no. Na ye no ma bi a ompe. Eno ma bi a ono ne hwa e against ye covid time ne no ma bi a kokos me pese me kan o asem ne mo. Tina me ne so my we ya me no mi ne wo mu sesei. Penyina wo disu sesei no e chancellor. Emma o man penyini that the prime minister that the bia oni so. Ohun se no ma bi koso a ompe no. Ana wo de ma membo di ni se ye nkan o asem. Mr. Rashid Sunak. Abra ohun se no man koye no. Or resign tranchen. But when free party no, resigning doesn't mean say you getting out of party. When you say Mr. Bawumia could have resigned from being a vice president, Okasa Yenti, then you are still in the party, waiting for that regime, Kasa Yenti, and no monko. Then you come as a party, you can come as an independent candidate, or you can contest our presidential primaries, say Yentuma, because this is your vision and mission for the nation, which you believe in. Wanya san watana so ewie bibi ewie and all take part of the credit say me a digital man, but the economy yenim say ye debo ni din de ne ba ban is no more there. Don't you think say sadi we na ama ni 70 points no ama nkrofo edweno say no, you could have resigned and still stay in the party but not the presidency.
Now okay, again you would have chosen to do what you said. You would have chosen to resign. You chose not to. That was his decision.
No, not me. Not me. We are thinking as Ghanaians.
You are giving some examples. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm saying, some people may choose to do that. And that is fine. That is the decision making. They have a right to do so. But if they chose not to, or to make not contribute to, the and there are many things that he has learned. What I come up and say for part of his speech. And to have the opportunity cost. Now the balance of probabilities now. But one corner here, Abu Ghana. But whether or not Zek also resign because Rishi Sunak resigned, it's up to Rishi Sunak if he chooses to resign. Not before resigning, he already had meetings with MPs on the background, as assured him if he chose to go for the leadership. He had some assurance.
But when you say vice president could have done the same.
Yes, he could have done the same, but he chose not to.
Okay.
What's the better answer? Number to as the mind as the vice president of the land approach. It's been the best vice president we've ever had. And the point now was coming up and saying, anyone, you. If you actually economy, you can have it. We have never seen economic stock. It may have looked as a you can start to border around recession. Only the take a wisdom, inflation, you know, and then the Mobata. The reality, I think, is the reality economy is not to step on time. If you're in Ghana stop it. The Diaspora, a lot of countries stop it. If you're giving them also and country, Ghana economy, because His Excellency, and I know that, His Excellency, you know, let's be clear and let's understand. Running an economy depends on a lot of external factors which we have no control of. Yet we continue. For example, every secretary in Ghana, now the tax will be different. But every that a fund I know we can't control that. It's really a about the economy. No, the back is just going to buy me. If you have flood in the now a year fund card, a big fund. Now go for businesses now say, and we are the best vice presidents on the these are external factors we cannot control. The COVID was an external factor we can't control. The Ukraine war was an external factor we can't control. And you think these two have had a massive impact on the economy. Even at that time, the government was responding to its people, was meeting the needs of its people, was looking after its people, the poor. The government never stopped being there for Ghanaians. The government never stopped being there for Ghana. Let me repeat that again, Nana. Ghanaian government, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia were there throughout the COVID time for the Ghana people. They provided relief for them. When even in the United Kingdom, at some point, they had the best track and trace system. When the United Kingdom had that track and trace at the cost of 25 billion, was in disarray and was a mess. So now they didn't know where the track and trace ended. Okay. They have gone down a bit.
Okay.
And it's growing again. It's growing again. Now, His Excellency, the movie 2 minutes 7 star. Now, 2 minutes 7 star. The phone to the other ban. It appears to be form. Corruption, back form. Make the loan debris and collaborative school. Escaping you might have a private sector. You don't keep jobs among you. Make transfer making sure say Ghana be or Africa when it comes to artificial intelligence and the fourth industrial revolution. And the and the embassy at half of after the day I exactly the kind on last week.
Okay, I Mr. Bimpe, Vice President Esaka said, Senyamiya Nadum, Naso Man Ghana, Eto Abanemane 2024 year. 2025, obeying privy free SHS. What does it mean, Epacho? Also obeying privy the free SHS.
The Princeton High School, because obeying Princeton High School. Princeton High School is an educational intervention to support the poor. Part of that is providing good quality education. In the United Kingdom, the classroom, continuous improvement. We call it the Kaizen method in Japan. We have to strive to achieve continuous improvement consistently. It is the vice president, Kasemutubamia, may improve a senior high school. Your personal sharing, so we're making sure that we're making financial commitment about the quality of education provision. We're training better teachers. We're providing good resources in our schools. And to be able to churning out graduates and school leavers are always fit for purpose. Like they're not competing with Ghanaians, but they're competing with the rest of the world. And they really come here, school called Ghana and they boy the Baha. Because we had a solid school, need training how to learn. So we were ahead of some of our competitors in the country anyway. And you and me, apply for many people apply for this role, but I was lucky to get it because I set myself aside because of the basics at the moment. That basics, and His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I say, the Mutubana, we making sure that Ghana becomes a global competitor for jobs. We make aside because education now very sharp, you'll be able to compete. And it's smart for computers because you use artificial intelligence, they are building a place for Africa. Now go now today.
Mr. Bimpe, ne kwakra mu no ye de ba na we because ya fa tie form re ne MBA phone line into momo. Afi 2024 ye be call election mu. after na mobile various campaigns, mobile koko reach it to people to say or to outline more policies to them. Me pacho what's some try to okra e dey na beka che Ghana for ATM say money do so say almost abe mamo another term amamo akobiem e dey asem na aka kire mu dey try to okra na M5 achieve
oh what FM damwaso now the mechanic say we should not lose hope because there is hope for the future. Now we need hope. And about 4 years and let's not lose hope because Ghana. I read achievements upon achievements, schools, in education, in energy, in healthcare, in food security, in security itself, in the police. It's going well. All we need is to maintain our growth. You know, China did this for 30, 40 years. China maintained their growth of around 11% GDP growth consistently. We are fastest growing and above from Kaka. This way will keep us at par around 7.8% consistently in the next coming years. It's not me lose hope. Now I'm questioning and supporting His Excellency. Now I'm Ghana for to my MPP because we are the party that will continue to ensure the Ghanaians are not disadvantaged. Schools that say Mankola, you have see artificial intelligence Mankola. Offer drone services. I'm a minimal. I won't move to a walking cake. You remember drones?
Mr. Bempe, me da sepa nyako po ishira. One of the SAU.
My man who's in and no, may share the use of technology. Now drones, no, the way they use drones to detect severe weather patterns, they use drones to rescue people offshore and onshore. They use drones to rescue people from the forest. They use drones to detect wildfires before it breaks out. Yeah, the drones they must be the best supplier.
Mr. Bempe, what can I say? Mr. Bempe, Opa Wednesday, Jumre, remember a chance no one can say same way. It will honor near my chief for Nimbrem. Why?
Have a fantastic Sunday. God bless you.
Me da se nyakopo nhyira pa. Also betimi afre ba bia wo bia no. Ye betimi afa wo call no. It was 07908443338 and that's 02081236 Now so the wadwen nhyira ba. Hello.
Hello, Nana Sapon. Hello.
Yes.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Pache for say.
The friend Mr. Eboa.
Mr. Eboa ka se friend fa.
Stratford.
Okay, Mr. Eboa, ma minti o.
Oh, we na wie dey me da osa metio program no. Na wie no. O program na we na afa ba o mianto ma obekan no na endit for no afọ o ma kasa sa ya di sa endit ni ba e one man be fancy be half an hour pe na wakatin se o wi. Asa o di tam ni na ma ai for endit for no.
Me de voice no most no. So we take voice no most a MPP for voice in the bar more Vice President Baumia voice Nana Kumia the professor so because so your program you should give that leverage for beer it more no asem committee
say entity for no or medical because and so okay na question so na omutumi ya no on and so because I said Baumia no on by and I said me I don't know so the Mr. Kanda Fano. And so okay, one more chunk to Poko Gubaumia. Intermediate program now we are the Soda Roma, so which the any chimp paper in Obiana share. That's not the canon.
Medase Yankopon Israel. Also bet me a friend now dragon. Hello, Skype. Skype, what to make? Yeah, first say.
Yeah, me too, Papa. Me too, can I did when your friend Eddie, they do, Michia, Obibia, OTA radio, Michia will be our Kata or Sone, will be our Kata, or buy a Michia will be.
Eddie Casafre.
If I can make a free hackney.
Okay, my voice, my contribution, Embra.
Oh, okay. If it's not Baumia, why Mahama? If it's not Baumia, why Mahama? Mahama, on obey mate, Nibi. Mahama, obey mate, Nibi, Baumia, obey mate, Nibi. Mahama, abaya president. Abaya president. Baumia, emeye president. Etino. Then tina Baumia dia on to me MS na omeye president than Mahama wabeye vice abeye president yehu na dwuma Bawumia abeye vice pen yehu na dwuma so tiasie eti se Bawumia ba hwe Bawumia sem o ka ye nyina na fa compare Mahama sem o na ma o keka Mahama oni asem bia o ka Bawumia de o wakotia ko o aba amamuon mu ani wo se wo ba enima bia ankoye no ono obesesa no yentina sie no obesesa no ni enya obi a oba ya ono akoye vice want to be anya hwe akoye president want to be anya hwe amani pa des dum somu Ghana for iwe fi asem dum somu nkoa dum so Mahama dum so nkoa di ediba Ghana so Mahama time na corona si ya sani kare bi yasi ni Ghana ni panyi na beshi dum so ko want to be anso na ai corona
yo me da say
and this for no mo break na Bawumia mebu ametra akunya no so ne awade
me da say Nyankopo chira hello
yeah no sir
e pa che fro sir akasanuma kasa free ifa
kasa free Island here
okay me pa che ma me wadwen chere ne mra
imagine say do ka e biaye ni so mu video bia e chandia opani bi o se Ghana yefa Bawumia leader president yefa Mahama so ne vice afi yanko ni o sa video no
no me share
okay the make ko se ani say asa na ono ye nyina ni ntu sa Ghana no ya pem ya body ya pem mani ni ya body ya mana ye nya to be ni we na ti na we na kamina we na here first na we na here last now man yan set up one union government one party state so very funny ministers now very funny minister no so ni ye mu say we na bi juma di we am na dey no ministers we ministers ni fa ba ko bi be ko dem appoint we say we na minister jono no say the kan ya say yan fa ko to be adlo sa simple so etino ultimi ko fo bi sa madam for no mi in the court school na o finance mi party no na be minister no ni know how anu tin ya bele no
okay na cha say one honorable
sidamo akonya bubu a on pan committee tani say obubu
na cha say one honorable hello akasanoma na cha say one honorable chirmate eya adwen ba ko so see yenya partisan politics na yenyina income one accord to have a national agenda right
ana adiba ko e bi so da no bi kan no asem no no kan bi say woman no that say ko mu asu za ri ata se ya ba onne oba ya ba na say ya be ka say ya di ko ma compare Ghana na mo kan for say yet me fa kuma compare Ghana na usu ya na busa no o ga e ko ma wo resign you won't go to the forefront again wo resign wa resign o ma musa wa fail nti wa resign o ko anu wa do no sa ma forward
me da say
strategy ni free o betu aba say nta fa ni leader
me da say no wadwen kire yemfa nipa foforo otu betimi afre 07908443338 and I say 0208123629 na so do wadwen kire aba uti hot online digital radio jumedia wasugusu ne weekend news review from various news agencies and some course of major news making headlines ewo your daily news ya bobo na hello if I first say
hello yeah that's Peter constitution change
okay Peter ka say free fa
Lennon
if I mo adwenche ni nko why
yo me da say am say Ghana no NDC no MPP no the omo beye no the omo we MPP for abaka Dr. Bamu abaka dictator yeah yeah mama president as president abaka womu nyina no ya womu nyina ntum se kromo ya de aka betuma kan street say womu di antro omo di adwe di agro so So na Ghana no, and I'm saying you respect it. You have to be canny. The only na can and yet as this year, Yatuma NDC for Omuguru in Beguma, Sikana Muti in the Bayer and fear watching a due alcohol. Tagurus none before the Asatuma. Tagurus in the Gumna, the Pinipa at Aqua Media, Debian Macasa, Sian Constitution. No, ma a bar and dancer, a bar pa, and a second Kutuku and dancer. Na, and you try, you read the woman near the vice president of the king. I said, you know, but we see the pattern for nothing. And come here, chairman. It come here, chairman. I have politics now. It's out of focus on one. I got Diana. That Otikuma, or the year more. First, or Bacatcher will come here. On every moment, Bacacayam was my year 20 Akuma and yeah. I never be on you. I'm one man. Nigeria for Mkuru. Ghana from 24 so most person say Nigeria for Nasa or Manamayana. Yen pedi on Baba. At least media percent be 40% and this be 40%. No be messy no be any majority in Kutan woman this cannot o can be your TNT. Nana go for the party at Tosun Pa. Abetrem Pa, Abetrem Yenim sa obey Epa. Make them before you do. O my adena. Sikane shie gu and doors. O ka o see fita. O ka nana go for na woman ngofu MPP no busu back no. The oil no why adena the oil no shie. You come MPP for mo pre. I don't know.
Medase no adwenkyere WhatsApp ne adwuma so betimi afre afa WhatsApp ne so say just in case wo so pese ofrefa hello ebacho ofanie
no ofa shike na kasai
ofa pacho kase free fa
me kase free battery
me pacho mo adwenkyere kwa wie
ma adwenkyere me kase but we will re-election as prospective any people president now will beginning. Among four goons so casai say Argentina or so a president all fund policy ma. More the pressure goons so. And also abakasa ampasa me ba. Near any PP government you also had their way will continue. But where there is necessary, he will change it. And your friend said, people don't mind you. People don't mind you turn. If it is right decision, I don't know so I did know who said, so I don't know. We and then you now tell what you know, not poverty man, so be it. Then you way attack so when you say, that's what complaint. It doesn't at all. One policy be a boy a man, and they say me really comes that the menu more making go. Housing ministry. What Cheta says in Quadea, Brofun Quadenia, Okrum, and now saying the shortage houses happened. The public will rebel against any government. Our first page. I don't know how some of this year here. The case of the housing in so swap. Housing a building association, and the council in the cement department, and your individual in your see. Nearby your road, your street, near down, I have to attract foreigners to bring more money to the country and to be proud of your country. And not near somewhere here, but we are one year, we have a right to criticize. But we new rule, and not near someone maker.
Medase offer Nyankopo Isha offer so adweche no so betimi afre na ade adweche na ba hello
Nasapon
me pacho akwa David jira so
yo
hello
good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. E pacho mo adwenche nenko
Hello
e pacho fro say ya fro say
pacho ade ali mani o
o ka say friend
me pacho mi ka say free Ghana Accra Medina.
Okay, mo adwenche nenko ma me why
Hello
me pacho mo adwenche nenko ma me
National Communication Ministry hosa when anya she still Ghana with the network with the internet e free e go tire kra na etwetwasi abonfo
Ajia.
Hello.
Me pacho temenka.
Yes.
Me pacho ma.
Me too.
Aha pacho ma wadwemra program so ma why.
Me tie edika form nya frɛ obi frɛ ya o say o ma NDC for NDC na wa ba mu NDC ni aba mu MPP na wa ba mu nti MPP asɛm na ye bɛka enti sɛ ye bɔ ye ma NDC for kwan so mo bɛ kyerɛ o ma den a as opposition people how do they see the government running enti sa na ete so mo nim sɛ nya mamotia anase sɛ nya ye bu o man a ɛya radio teaches and radio no sabi we learn me na na to so mienu obi see if not Baumia why mama me be tire ne entia if not Baumia it should be mama and me be tire ne entia it shouldn't be Baumia but mama sabi o tafrate obi wo man mu who said His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the late President Mus ebu omanya President Mus na koponji John Mahama, His Excellency the late President Mus, John Mahama Edre and the late President Mus ni legacy so and on the year campaign 2012 and call election. But what are we seeing today? Baumia is running away from the bad legacy of Akufo-Addo. Baumia, any Akufo-Addo on the national round table, has suggested to bring E-levy. But today, Baumia is telling Ghanaians that I know very well that E-levy is a killer disease tax. But yet, they are bremo, Ghana for Munamu, Nansu, and Yaminamia, yo, and Akufo-Addo, and to me, they made him argue, but maybe by me, yes, expose number one, expose number two. Baumia, party and say, I buy well this one another, no, Oyen. Night and Kamasem, and Untina on Amania tomorrow, or 24, 1 year, and Ghana, Nancy Yamuno, Ayamina Mia, Niamepasa Mitra Ghana, one say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he never behaved like this, and he would never behave like this. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. 16. Okachire Ghana for Omuya nurses trainees say, you can never eat your cake and have it. Sabisa uri unkosia wari wakuko. And untiminiano, Mama mefa allowance na medi mamono. Me fancy hospitals. And unti
Aja ola nenye Aja. Miso yene fawanu simami. Ola nenye. Aja line enye. Hello Skype.
Nasabon.
Akwa your first akwa David ni emeboa.
Ema amoni adwuma bichia atiefo ni afefo nyina.
Okay akwa David. Mpacho ka se free.
Asembusa no se abra na ewura jo mama na oye mate ema ewura atameso. Na enome nyina koyie ama nome nyina ye perfect ama Ghanaian sana. Edusi ena abra mesi wuye no ne no manyine ko yie nti ena ye de vice aye jo mama ebedi dade ye sa to abama no 2012 ana also it seems as a usrobi ato NDC for so any Ghana as a chop for bebrebe so enti ense bi ho no mu a mubusa ya na mewura ho se adentina Ukrawakabi, Argentina, why resign? Or resign for what? Or resign for what? Your mama, why you made to pay? Your mama, or your driver paying? Or no crown, was so or but outside be yet, she said, or be much a man or be yet, or be coupling. Why made you ever told through? And now, or be your driver, I will VIP. Just here, also, battle. And you didn't obey ye. Adentina Baumia bako pe ono afei na onye MP da onye asọmman da onye minister da eye vice na obeye eno oba yeso no obia kan kure bia no Baumia eye obia Ghana, your history, your vice president, what to be the normal of money move. And now also by economy, and one economy. About where President Ghana economy, I say. About where President economy, I say. Baumia, and they did draw to buy. Baumia, the ticket about Baumia, the no about the person, and no vice president, the Jabba. I could say, Missa. You know, you won't make it go with you. Now, what the baby says, what maybe I want the baby 7 days. I want to the Congress war. I just say, oh, can cry. Baumia, Baumia, as you obey the MVP. And this is what you know, and why you say, and why you say, and why you say, and what the vice president, it's what bull we are seeing in Yana. Oh, when you are there, no person public, and get your mama and Siano, what about the open president? And Baumia, and Cassassin come on.
Medase, Aqua David.
Oh, depending on my who told you, who told you, who can someone say this, and just say,
Medase. Nyakopo sha kwa David na motene nkana halo.
Kuma.
Openyin mpache frose.
Ye frame Nanaje
kase frame.
Ikase free James Smith.
Medase nana waje nche ne sensema ya discuss.
Ma frame de di kan pa ni say me de enkrato bi ma ohun.
Okay.
Be a first one. Emi aba aji akatre ni say ye tu kwaya chepa nti ye ni abie.
I hope say to Nanaje nana nyabotre. Nana nyabotre Mr. Menkateo. Okay, Mr. Menkateo, but who dey tie me? Menkateo ba tie me. Nana Menkateo ba who dey tie dey make an mesreo. Mesreo. Hwe. Ade ayeye. Enye ne na woye. Unim de woye, but enye se me na me kire de woye, ba mesreo se de be ya ebema abato afimu ne ekono. Any personal attacks, your candidate has a lot to talk about. Mr. No, Kasa, what the affair?
Haji Auntie say, you too quiet, say, you are going to go, you didn't go home. Haji, our hand or car, we are being Kasa wedding. Ya kwento fo tu kwa ke ya nya bie yiri mi ya ya me pesa mi kan se ya nya bie ntino ya ni ma de ya an ya ni ma de a enye personal sabi ya wai ya ni sika ni adi kotua ya offer se fo ni e ma ni enuanu school fees e free sa ban we ba so no ya ni sika ya tebu e wo first kan entino media de mi kan se so wa futuo bi a oni o ventuom now, Sunday, piano, no one we are Jim Frigana, no. You all can be an Yaya because, sir, all Babeka says about me, Daniel Finana Kupado. I man are planning ASR. They didn't know Johnny. Sapokuma Kuma. Mura lockdown by Eno. What is a Cromano? The brain, no me,
Yeah. Working from home.
Home office.
Yeah, working from home.
Good. Because lockdown no buy and no kwanza muni nipa bebre ekosi our office near the ade. But lockdown no free order up to a mayor minimum kasa no. Enyu mani bi bebre na unje ya kura no say ye ma ye impendifo ye dimo ofie ya sebuska because office wo bebre in office ikwa ye high ye nze it say no still no omo trafie no omo nyaduma na mi nu kaza wonu say bebre ye aduma frifie
no kra nana me pacho for wanu simame na uniam so ejina so chairman
so no ana enyuma ni bi so afra workers na beduma mu a omo ye aduma office
okay
but bia extra 11 ni ade no Sir, a moment, or how near money and near woman, I also support to near G2. But to 2025, now, yeah, Kono. And near my own, who are coming inside the AC50 or who it said. By 2025, Sani and Manoti, if you are. I don't need problem,
okay, Medasi Nana AJ and Amote can Nana Medasi Yakupo Chow. Hello, Skype.
Hello.
Yes, Skype. Your friend say.
My friend Tony, because I'm free and fed.
Okay, Tony, Pacho Moagen Trenenko.
Quick one. NDC for no say on a day one-time premium but at a mercy a yes obey. But former President Mahama Baye now who say any good your friend is policy no so why implement it. Enti Baumia, I don't understand say NDC for if they don't read. Baumia asema o can say or per se or end the cashless society say any part of this casik will be sika. Enti one of the key thing a bit mama cashless society no. Yes, money transfer. Now, if there's another thing, I hold this idea no one. That's also be here free. Until person and this person say, mobile, 4 years, Mahama be 4 years. Policy be and good. If we are so be anywhere, maybe be perfect. Until MPP for no, they are no angels. Until if say be my policy be, that's a policy in here. Now be obedi so. What's wrong about it? Almost the year day. MPP for the then there's no need to say and a month for criticize. Only be a good for the year. I didn't obey and division obey on percent nipadistica money to money fence transaction. One of the key things said this car electronically, and then so 11 or so be or cause any better discouraging crofo, and to also about be everywhere. I don't understand her. I be I say NDC for Nasoma or more criticizing thinker. I don't know vision or Kutano, be a bit my whole do vision, no, I my vision in my also no, and Konya the more inflow, no team fulfilling the vision.
Medasina.
Oh, NDC for sometime omukasa asema omukano a baseless ultimate say excuse my language nyanse bia nim
Medase Tony nyankopo ya be besa to nkabiem why
for 4 years 4 good years doing so na economy nkwani the judge obi performances even say we the let's praise the
Tony
MPP for economy no kakra. Now other sectors in this but I don't blame them. Me blame MPP for friend saying or more communicators no. Or mama NDC for not characterize on sa economy I'm not tonkrofo bebrasu.
Tony Pacha wuni asujira so ma obi so kwan no so mra bia why me da se ba.
Hello brother, good afternoon.
Good afternoon Pacha for say.
Me Pacha from Kwame, me kasa for NDC.
Okay, Kwame ma wadwen kire nko.
Nyamisha pa ene emite na woni MPP communicator bi kasa before answer na we be phone lines na tomo no. Obusa na question bi. Na question obusa na order nwanwa baby. Ka kire ne say eye prime minister otisu abra no finance minister abro who say na me obekoso na mamu na ban mu ananye no. Where they are resigning. Sure, Sagana for 80 the MPP for car. That's about me. I mean, the all don't me really, but so even 30% are Ghanaian for not Sebi. Na say binu mwanga za no margin mu ka o mukaka.
Me pacho there be Kwame.
Okay, I withdraw that. Unim bribe. NPP for me cho trick bi omo ye. Na omunyi mu say ba o mi abe use way to convince Ghanaians in your power, taxes from propose now. Let them know that they are going to use it for Baumia campaigns or about the crown when you are agreeing to be here for you. Kwaku upon the publishing documents, a treasure 11 Baumia and a draft here. I think after Mujitu movie now, bed draft or be catching before no years, Baumia Koya could in a PSF, a piece of man was say, or Yintum. Master. Mahama was being elected out because of MPP promises. There was one guy on Metro TV, Good Morning Ghana. Now, he could not even defending one district, one, dam. No. The opposition is like, can you prove where the one dam is? Just one dam. What I know, I cannot prove it to you, but there's a data. Masa, NPP talks too much. And never Babi John Babi Kasa Muhammad here. We need them be a waki be a bit boy. Masa, this is about talk. It's about talk. There's like about me and him kasa. It's about a Juma Wayan. It's NPP party, no. A Juma Wayan, yes, so the answer was not me and I want you to work free move for the mayor, no. Masa, me what you want me to make us a bit.
David, Kwame, men, yes, sir. Kwame, Mister. Me pacho abato brain yedru ye nyina ye nkasa te se nuafo. Hello Skype what you mean? Good afternoon.
Me tonka.
E pacho fro say.
E fla me Tommy. Kasa fi O Street.
Okay Tommy, ma wadwen chirenko.
Master. Enipa bi nti ase se bi o se bi enipa bi nti ase wo chiri papa. Wo dwene ho awon ti ase. Asema ba wo mi eye simple a will be here. Now propaganda ni ade wo binum so a wo mo de wo ma ye wo ma gene se eni asem bia ye de bent you obi be ka no eno ne ye be take no na ye dia ye campaign umfa policy bra the way ni ye be ye iye hunu enye obi dia wo ka na mo be ye yi mo be kanta any pay kind of say atam no ayi wo mo no na eno ma no a e dia ko covid no e wa ha bai printing introducing certain benya SB ni ya dia adwuma tese so ha no e bai na firi ho eti eno ma na ye de bai ye tekeso a pese so yo e ya dia mo be faso dia ye campaign so be twitwa tax mo bai no 17 taxes no o be twa mu no ade na mo nka ho asem eti o ye sure set Mahama wa be gino say when 30%. We do you sure say Mahama Berin. We are sure pass Mahama Berin. Messi Mahama creating wa Ghana. A 25 billion. It's in the room. It be Emma Tebio Rasta Aida Kanye. Rasta in the Kanye. So the be man.
Me pacho. What the wakasa odi o de rasta man ka wo so ka say wo mi hia wo de enti na me fro
mi kotu no because asma ba pepem de o se mi kotu because ba pepem was say Mahama Jesus kan what the command same get ye dasumu ye did touch like phone touch like and ye operation no because Ghana for yani yadedana
me da sem pacho si forma me why opanyini
and this for mo be hwa mu ya mu yobi na mo nkɔhwe mo nya bia mo be wene mo be campaign papa no ma ya mo pe campaign say attack na mo take obi no
me da se
mo Ghana ko ye pe me da se
nyankopo ishira hello
Nana Sapo.
Me pacho from say
your friend Fred
Kasefre
Fred Kasefre Toti.
Me te on catch Fred.
Yeah, na my occupied pa.
Yeah.
Na Sapo na me kosuno mi chia wetiefo nyina.
Wetiefo dance.
Na mi chia na nete. Na neje ya tie bi na osi ni kwan na me friend nti na manti na wiye ekosi ye. Adia oba program yiswa abrebia no obedidi atem ofi ya bonfo ana na neje ema okra se fama no usi ne kwa ya na menti ase.
Okay Fred unim
enti kache adia se
on say adia la ne Fred me pacho tie mi o wa kan bibia fa me ho e se me ma ohun the reason tia on say programming Debbie me kase programming e standard bia me pese ye call because ye call election year. It shouldn't be the usual one. Agia line and break it. I hope so. For the same standard. The same thing. Ajia was talking with
Ose na na dey tie ya obeka fa Ajia ho no me TP what you say
Ose me pacho tie o Ajia akasan this time I would love to say something about it because Ajia ka say Ose MPP for Ana okasa MPP for meboa one bo bi
yes Ose ye abon for
Ose MPP for ya abon for
yes Ose ye
me pacho
kasa and the man buy abra abuy no bit of no good dey abon for
me support sa asem na Ajia kan me support Ajia but so be fair with more political communications now among more party no mutimi ka say oh MPP we are born NDC for born pa especially me yonko pa akwa David that is it so obo individual be din dia mentwema no so be kasa broche for more born mentwema
ya kana sem wona ne be kasa wona ne kasa azano about program
no fair me ne be kasa
going forward no Ghana wo ya confused state what yenti America sa ne say Baumia Abekasa last week. Baumia Komona only a bedinian. Still Ghana 4 years here. Only panel lay out measures or the plans for the future at all. Obi Visa say, and I said, Becasa NDC for Ubusa say, Adenti no car buy no home, then near my taxes or see Obi if you know. 1 year figure and I say, but me in the first place, I know no go of my or the taxes last no or can send be answer or can the entire of force a drone so na or buna baya obey is taxes net free or catch will say corruption be digitization, you know. Ye ghost names near the free home. Sika or mining yano a bit to me actually that gap. Besides then, artificial intelligence, sui and near my online businesses, a creative ma and crowfor a year and new money at the end a baby human face would be free and near maybe so I'm a baby yourself taxes no ye big cat free home. What yes, kwa woman so akutukum. Adentina ate abai no mu. Na hwe ene yi abene wo kase school for nkoda. Emaya drones. You can say law mower, the class in class. And school for nkoda near my technologically. Essential for any manuals. Nemum obi abeka kire and say obema yen yi nkokogbuo ni computing kitebie na ye highlight no 24 hours which you don't know the meaning na ye highlight no na no ye body soko na ye body soko yo papa adapio bi o man no yam pere ma ni yaduma ba o mi who ni capability who ni talent and this force so na kwasi emita no ye vice president ono na bu mo man no maamo akwasi sata you to make the program you akoma speech keke na common NDC man wakono akosco shati vice president me down muka ne ya ma owu ya utie nsama na yire katre NDC for na baumia atiso hawa or year and as vice president na
Fred me pacho first mama why
me this year ma
yeah
mokasa say first of all, NPP Yakam Party, Yi Klamoni, Ana Nofna, Emanim the party, Ye Nofna. Ye Nofna, no Sumakasa, on fun, why, you can't say the day, and Batuja, or the Batuja, Mukoko Apai.
Okay, Fred, may that say. Fred, okay, Fred line article. Hello, last caller, Skype.
Hello.
Hey, Pacha Frost, say. Sky.
What you saying?
Boko na your Frost, say.
You're from Chaskala.
Chaskala Casafri, Eva.
Chaskala Casafri, Forest Gate, London.
Me Pacha mo agent Chenembre.
Yo, my agent say, and maybe Michia a year war first. Namechia woni radio station for you, and near Jumapa, Moboma, Ghana. Now, if you make Ghana Digital Festival, ye kua yate a ye pese Ghana mpanifo ebema digital fa o man mu nyina Mr. Komia Michiao ana Rosemary nso yichiao Sister Kate wo Croydon yichiao de tie ni se opani o man Ghana ne da ho no ye nyina yatene mu pen me mitene kurasia na me de aba kurumu na me de abewia bruchire de tie ni se yen ka no kura nkyere yen ho o man Ghana se yamfa digital ambu o man ya eda ho ya opani ye betina ti se ya yenyi ewu akoma ye maba ma ye mabe wu akona ejirima nyina bebre eye simple ene wiase no atisa first na mobile phone kure bi ni wiase ba ene mobile phone be wiase ene wo to dem a wo ye bibia ye sika sem nyina fa enkofo nsem na omo de omo pe e de akwama aban ye hospital se wo manga na mu nyinara esika okoye ye faso gigye tie sika cash emwa aman no mwa ban ma abankre timi mo man ho bra enu kroye ba ko peda ben na Ghana fo ye beka no krese ye ya na ye di ehunya enti mum ye ko digital na no de anya hwe kura ye betimi agigi etika no ba 80% de ye betimi anya na de aboye man ho bra eni nti no mum ye nyina support aban A aban B aban C obebe biara no mum ye mo ase digital be ye dwuma mayen efise yanko digital ne dia opani ye beka sama party o wiase nyina ba man Ghana mu ye sika sembe ye basa
me da se chaskala
de to so me pacho o me di manu si no de to so mienu ye nsuo sem a asey no mum ye nka no kwankyere ye ho se no ye bo bewro se ye hia ban bi obewo so obeba biara se on si garamse prison ana garamse court awo baby bia ye tu garamse
yo me da se pa
when we put this infrastructure down e be stop bibia e be sama ye maburu no so adwuma
chaskala
ye da se pa
me da se nyankopo hira why ai why are the factor bre na suntia yes e come out to us
yo
wait there I think say hello
Nana sir.
Yeah if I check for say
it's Honorable Nini.
Oh Honorable Nini mpacho mami ntie we o kasa friend
we are advanced. Our input should be in advanced modality. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Honorable Nini.
When the foundation gets spoiled, when the foundation gets spoiled, the righteous do what? They suffer. Look, Dr. Baumia is a very nice man. He's a very learned man. He put something down, very nice. But I believe this man is not given the chance to execute his problems, execute what he can do. The Jubilee House is not giving the chance, I believe. And the MPs, all of them, they know what is going on. Why did Alan resign? Because Alan realized that there's something going on in the Jubilee House where people don't listen to what is supposed to be a better thing for Ghana. That's not what it means. So whoever comes out and support this is a victorious lemon. Put lemon in a black tea. You see the color. You are victorizing it and you are a diluter. You are a diluter. Please, they don't listen to Muhammad Baumia. So therefore, it's a failure. I'm sorry. NDC is coming back. John Dramani Mahama is coming back. And we're going to sort all these things out and you'll be surprised. I'm living in London. I don't live in Ghana. Abia Alima, I salute you. I love you, Sema. Because you are on the battlefield. Whatever you say, I have to listen and I pick you up. Thank you very much. Nanata, God bless you.
God bless you too. That was Honorable Nini for you. Brother, we are sorry. So DJ X, beba sisi awo yeni bibi akrado otiano na asha nyomo na wakikabo mekram yam chicheme o scratch. Hey, Charlie Crawford. Last caller. Me pacho kase free Evan. Hello. Me pacho o kase free Evan. Oh, obi online so na timi say what?
Me kase Paris.
Okay. Me pacho for say.
Yeah, friend me yaw Samoa. Me kase Paris.
Okay, yaw. Me pacho mo adwen chene nko Samao.
Oh. Media or friend then obi be kasa say Baumia
the banking system, no money, the media now economy no good, money pay Jessica, and Sunny Agony, how electronic banking system a home person. And now people talk out of the bridge. MPP for whom Sebi, or mine, say it's only a matter of say they are in power. A mechanism, a follow your power until no plan. But we've grown out of that proportion, and it doesn't matter anymore because I am not being tribal. I know people don't want to accept that that is happening. So I'm not sure. You say yeah, no, your home modern in government. Barumia, or your mate, no, you're mean. So I'm not sure. Now, if you want you nothing about the thing with you say, he's just betraying my friend Nado, which is very bad.
Meda say ahania de dwumade ne be say me de nana sapon dwumade ye opanyini Van Dyke ne penifo aka opanyini mafomo na ye nyina e kabo mu ne de dwumade ebre mo ne bo machi dom mo ne me producers me da bi bias what me friend wa want me am fa cha me nyame yadma Wednesday anwumre about 8 pepe Wednesday anwumre be say shia from 8 to 11 ye be shia near the midweek review na bro. You see, enemy of progress. This
is the place for the consistent music you've grown accustomed to. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 7 days a week.
Uncle Chakra,
best hit music every time
Uncle Chakra, Sheba, Mechaba Biaubia, Medawase, Yankopon, Enka, no unborn by any a teacher for Mutia, yeah. Mamari Metiao, the Nick. Michel Naim, Michel Bibia, Yankopon, and Ko Bibia.
This is the place for the consistent music you've grown accustomed to. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 7 days a week. This is your location for maximum music. The best hit music every time you turn us on. Every time you turn us on, there's another hit song coming on.
Bema, na uko here we wenu hantwi. Menya asase bia makwakoto no said the langas ememenya masundwe e wasase no so no. Me call police station akwa case ato. Ene me mugu so amobre was ansase we hu. O me crown robot properties. E ma onsase fofofo bia e danso no e kama. Obi ama me haw ne langas ensem bia. E ho so environment ni e kama chese. Bibi bia wo hia bia wasumdwe ba de. Ni nyina bi wo ho. Mini robot properties na so minim se e dan kwa na omo etonton. Robot Properties Limited. Esa tonton sase ewo yarefa menua mehu o machi kwan ewo hen me de number yi ma me mount ache say Robot Properties esa amount 15% discount
from UK numbers yiso landline 0044 1908 5331 49 and now say mobile 0044 7917 3766 31.
Open Sasia Langard Hawa Mepacho Robot Properties Limited. Robot Properties, quality housing for all.
Deliverance Outreach Ministries presents 10 Days of Easter Festival of Deliverance Conference. Theme: using the blood of Jesus to blot out witchcraft covenants, evil agreements, and demonic promises. Program schedule from Good Friday 29th March through Sunday 7th April. Monday to Saturday 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday 31st March and 7th April joint services 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Visiting preacher and main speaker Bishop Dr. Abraham Chigbundu. Host Pastor Apostle Dr. Jones Boateng. call 07950701853. Venue, Unit 1, 17 Argyle Avenue, Leighton, London, E10 7QE. 10 days of Easter Festival of Deliverance Conference.
Onyame asumdue enka mu nyina enam se ebre ewo mu ya breboni ntino Bible se enyan pai boda odwomtofo no se ebre ni da so asa na wo ye wo ho hwe a enye yie no eho na awurade kyerɛ tumi anu nti bra power of prayer in the house of prayer international ministry me kyerɛ POP awieye mmeremu die eho na gidifo nyina hia bom ebom paye emfa ho ne asɔre a wokɔ first and third Saturday of every month Matthew asampani busa se enti bibi wo ho a awurade ntumi anunti na American for power of prayer in the house of prayer international ministry amawo eho de obia timi de ne hawo ne na de so aba ma yanyina aba ho mpaye ma no behwe de awurade nam ne nkoa so eye ebra adwene nti ase so we ye agidifo mpaebo enti bra na so fa ho behye mu bi kai sa dwumadie ba so first and third Saturday of every month a free area 12 p.m. elko agidifo ehia mu wo Dustin Methodist Church Hall 13 Richmond Road Dustin London E8 3HY opadwumadie hu nhye bia fra Reverend David Kofi Ahemfo Jamfi 075 45 13 1133 anasa Reverend James King Atta 078 34 59 0557 Mayenshia first and third Saturday of every month our Dawson Methodist Church Hall na ba hu di onyame tumi ye ewon paibo
for any abrochire for Sebana Sase any Edan Tomwa Royal Chapter Property Group Limited aye the game changer esanse obi bia ono wo madigwa enya ne ho ahotoso enti se eye woni so odi hu se obeto asase ana efie de bomodin ase oni Royal Chapter Property Group Limited and ebedi sawoso one more one and afei 2 expandable bedroom houses a one more ton for kra afei one more sase a wo teacher mante no still one more gusu a one more ton eben police station no one metwetwa no 70 by 100 and afei 35 by 100 full plot and afei half plotter one more ton and the Ghana for any abrochire for nyina one say we building materials was site will be able to menye bi edi aye na juma enti Ghana for any abrochire for say wo hwe anim say obeto asase ana efie de with flexible payment terms no obetumi anya bi our Royal Chapter Property Group Limited frewomo our 0201 636 434 ana +44 750 887 1235 Royal Chapter Property Group Limited. Start a new chapter in your life. MDA in fun wa adenche 3 days na ni mi je gan keba ina kon papa ko kra ni maye wono min kun
ni lati to boase kra na obi anka kenke house wan some nchero enye tie mi e krom ha de eye kenke house kenke house de in crime aba London e badokono padia enye na eye kenke house enye dokono edenko na wo moton san fish ne ka fish a Ghana ye be kasa enchinam e biti se Kita school boys tilapia and kitty B 1,000 na a batch of so dia they are fantastic and nambia ubenya ewo Ghana ye didi dokono no ko kenke house ubenya bi ato se wo pese utu ne dodo na wo koton a anase wo ye party christening eye ene ne ekeka ho bia ene na fa wani kire kenke house address 138 Leytonstone High Road E15 1UA telephone 0208 555 1222 mobile 0771 0064 339 Kenke House Way Tuesdays to Fridays open from 12 to 7 p.m. Note, Kenke House is closed on Mondays, weekends and bank holidays. Ni uko hono uhune say
MDA nyoma job inka ni tejame ame services here so good inka come here when
ni Ben Cable. When we are talking about Kenke, it's only one place. Kenke House. Wow, baba. Kenke House. Obias,
door-to-door shipping for the year goes to Best Deal Shipping.
Yam papa yanyina di wo ho adanse se omo ba befa oniema emre omo ba sha okra ne enu na aduru Best Deal Shipping de omo adwuma damu sonko tituru ne se omo ba ofie no mbefa oniema na package ni ye omo ababoa aboa omo atimi ahihye ni ye obi bi nsai ana obi bi so nyira sabe omo befa ne ha no saa no mbe deliver dia mo abusuafo e wo Ghana enti se de obi abo omo ba so emfa ho ne ba bia wo UK say o frɛ wo mo a within 24 hours so you available nko a omo ba befa oniema na ma Best Deal Shipping aye adwuma na che na so obi anka omo ho asembone da enu nti na me pese wo so ba yusu omo no amohu se ahemfu chinye ebi di da bi achi Best Deal so ebo de eye reasonable and affordable obatimi afre omo numbers a edidi suwe 0116 3310 370 mobile 077 43 53 4857 or 077 63 00 7086. Best Deal etimi bua adofo a omo pese omo ye shopping komo omo abusuafo wo Ghana enu ye befa ho bibia ane ya ama ne ya deliver ma omo kama wo Ghana nso na pese ye nya shopping wa ha se mfamrewa enu so etimi ye ne ya deliver ma wo Ghana umpe we na apede ye enu so betimi afre yen wo 077 43 53 5601.
Best Deal Shipping. We are simply the best.
If you're who watch show, what some studio, who yet Yamaha? Me Nungwa Market. Me cast Nungwa Market. Ewo 133 Balaam Street, Plasto.
Hey, Mammy Wunti. Nungwa Abe Bia Ghana shop for flower. Ready as so any and say a catcher.
Oh, sir. Why ya dear? Ain't see a near my brain on Moho.
And you maybe to say Gary, Bodier, Byron, Kobe, Adrene, Moray, Fante, and cry docuno. In Chenam, Trophy, Sister Ed Dance War, and Kruma, and Troa, Ghana beef, and no, I face so Omo any Ghana for floor, I would be a bano upon Danes or Omo Ghana and no, I would be. Oh, your party, and I say, Open so bet you cotton. No market, as long as you wholesale.
Hey, to a Benin, mere fair baker, no one market, and no call Benica or Bajona. I don't care in my G1, what would enter back shop women, no back calling me. Oh.
She can no one market war, 32 High Street, Wolfram Store, London, E17, 7LD. Our market opposite Lidl, Carisbrook Road, Freya, where your number C so 02083 895 274. Mobile 07920 794 448.
Hey, Nungwa Market. Kedia is said, Moko be.
Discovering the newly refurbished Afro-Caribbean market on the Green Street, the Salaga Market. Yes, Salaga Market is now open with a selection of pure organic and a range Afro-Caribbean produce, the very best and unique from Ghana. Ebusia Hola Mantem Osia Dikanfu. Salaga Market Abe PM Ewo East London. Mitre se wo the Ghanaian asroto abe gum. Ebiti se best dry fish mitre enamwa waho. Enye bare ni ne keka ni bi. Eye nia ehu moto wo the bon kwanya. All kind of salted fish, esekobi, momone, erefia, midankwansre, which is a kakokra ebi woho, eseweni nensa okachire. Waton fufu biti se plantain, cocoa yam, cassava, pounded yam, empo garia emua ebi woho. Onia mpenyinse ahene pankasa. Salaga Market adi ahene papa abegu dwem. Emani mema die nyina ne yedigu sisie, ne yedetu nan ensa eni komu. Ne buonso fufu. Wawo herbal medicine biti se action bitters, Alafia bitters, Adum Cocoa. They also have cream for eczema and all skin rashes. Their customer service is second to none. Locate Salaga Market directly opposite the Berlin Pub on the Green Street to Upton Park. Unit 2751 Barking Road, London E13 9ER. Freyang was 07932 638 974. That's 07932 638 974. Salaga Market. There is no place like home. Salaga Market. Ofie nifie. Salaga Market. Oshia Joshia.
Yadi adi papo, yadi adi papremo. Deluxe paint. Sefie ni dada. Yadi deluxe paint kan. Ne fie na ye mono tiao. Enye paint ba kono a odi kan fia na ye basani bia. Ana enye de enso kan na horko ni bia. Deluxe paint de. Ni pattern kono adi ho adanse. Afayi ni wesi dan no wie so a. What wedi? Fewa mo omo be kire wo dodo ko a wo hia. Any colors a wo hia e wo inside, any outside. Deluxe paint e be bright you fie. Ni bo so da form e wholesale price. Mo a mo pe bia ton. E na mo a mo pesa mo ton dodo. At 4 and 3 our number is 0795 6794 541. Mami sense number is to be 0795 6794 541. Bibi biara uhia our painting win. Ofre mo a on be church mo di amount. Deluxe paint. Paint papa. Deluxe paint. Man fi hunya fe.
The first development of diseases is in the cell's tissues before they get into the blood, urine, and stool. Diseases don't start in the blood. The results will be only a confirmation of a well-developed diseases. Dr. James our latest smart machines are nipeduani mu ehu yare biara eyewo enimia ebuboba every 6 months to 1 year. Dr. James is an experienced natural medical practitioner, gerontologist, and health educator. He graduated from a renowned Canadian institution and practiced in Europe. We offer many natural therapies like detox, pain management, skin problems, weight loss, anti-aging, and more. We will give advice on dieting for all medical conditions. With over 20 years of experience, Natural Link can naturally help you cure many diseases. Ani, mitrese, yebe bwau etu yare biara asi woni peduani. Ebi tise blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, akumayare, arthritis, kidney and liver diseases, prostate enlargement, mitre mema yare, asthma, hair loss, se wutri hu etutuo, empo cancer, kokram yare, ani yare bebre ase. Obroni se, seeing is believing. Yade abefu efidie behwehwe woni peduani nyinemu. Eyi yare biara ehinta epie. Enunti frayen was 07384 647 300 or 07459 889 152. Address 9 to 11 Gunnery Terrace, Woolwich Arsenal, London SE18 6SW. Email holisticforall@gmail.com. They say prevention is better than cure, but we say prevention is better than intervention. Dr. James Natural Link, purely natural, getting well naturally.
Masua nesua bre na mkomu buo Awurade se momra na obasuam. Destiny Apostolic Church International UK, headed by Apostle Dr. Justice Kofi Annan and Efrey. As a free share ne didi suyi. Tuesdays, pray until something happens. Push the friend 7 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. Na Thursday ya twaso Destiny Changing Prayers DCP. The free on 10 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. Fridays, taking the battle to the enemy's gate. And 7 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. Na Sundays there, you 2 services. First service here English 9:30 till 11:30 a.m. Second service here 12 to 2:30 p.m. Jumadia ina baso Destiny Temple
333 Ramford Road, Forest Gate, London E7 8A. Na Hackney branch, I have to the Miracle Center. I want to kwasi adabia ehyiam awia 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Ewo St. Matthias Boys Club, 101 Dostin Lane, London E8 1NH. Eben Akwaba Supermarket. Na first Friday of every month, all night service. And no bus for Emmanuel Church, Ramford Road, London E7 8A. Opa Saone Apostle Dr. Teskofiana Kasa. Friend was 079 85378303. And now Pastor Richard Afre 07738282084. Bra, Benny Destiny Apostolic Church International UK Nsum. Na benya dance.
www.hotdigitalonline.com www.hotdigitalonline.com. Reinitiating your body sequence.
Hot.
Initialize.
Digital.
Re-enter.
Online.
The passkey.com. Accepted. Hot Digital Online. Tune it in. Turn it up. Hot Digital Online.
Attention, please. If dancing is not your thing, please step aside. Attention, please. If dancing is not your thing, please step aside.
Be ready for an unforgettable moments.
Be ready for the best music from around the world.
Be ready for an unforgettable moments.
Be ready for the best music from around the world.
DJ DS Mba, Kawa DJ DS Mba, Kawa doing DJ DS Mba, Kawa DJ DS Mba, Kawa doing
Daddy, 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 daddy,
Tune it in. Turn it up. Hot Digital Online. Tune it in. Tune it in.
highlifeng.com.
so wafa meko hwese eyaw ayem hye ama metro me hye enka ne yedi boom ene me teme die enka ne woti da so ene wochi die ne wo sie se ye wo fe me hye kra nye wo fe ye hyasie woduane mienu meduane ne me hwese muchia eto ayampia mada the same
se me casa ella casa pina mi do ana santo kwa pina ya mi po ella casa pina ya mi do ana santo kwa pina ya mi po ohone ya mi nti ohone ya mi nti baby ohone ya mi nti ohone ya mi tia na mami kasa ye pepe Saudi wa empire me ban say a riding van come jojo sunsun amene wonantia into your day with you for yati Jessica Rabonti me come ne uma me too for yati oh now one in yaminti I want in yaminti baby one in yaminti I want in yaminti tia na mami kasa ye baby I always pretend like I don't know. Because I was in Nage, then to my zoom, I don't wanna complain. I got my open on Yabe, I said, one shot, I go for me. I know I am a dream. Now, mommy, cause I have a baby. Oh, I'm in there, babe. I drive it down here, baby. Honey, tia. Now because I have a baby. Now because I have a baby. Now because I have a baby. Nina menya jema kumeshishe Kwa basemti minkosuna medidia Oh, alo yehu nehina musu Nehina musu yes kokra We Aya the same as
Tune it in.
Intiana mi pebia jojo makuma Ooh, groove, doing your run, the bomb and run it, the kumye, ooh, groove, woman, yeah, metin nasi, the kumye,
I'll give you all. That's why I said you anymore. No.